Hello. What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome. Fine Tuesday to you all. Good to see ya. What is up? Zelda Zagma, Acrocalypse, Autumn Jake, Labas, Heebs, Bennymon, Eberreal, Blazer, Sir Zappadrod, Cleverbot Cards, Blue Eidolon, Gustav. It's gonna be a sweet one tonight. We are doing something we've never done before. This is a special stream. We've been talking about it. We've been planning on it. It's gonna be really sweet. I'll explain what we're doing. Jay Zoller, it's necessary because the cards in the tournament are not all on arenas, so we have to play. We have to play on Moto in a first match. I mean, Crim's going to get Nissan, which is wonderful. If only I thought about cheating and sneaking a Carnage Tyrant into the sideboard of all my decks, whether I had Green Mana or not, just for Crim. Nalakilla. Well, but I didn't do it. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. All right, so I'm going to do the reminders really quick. Then I'm going to explain what we're doing tonight. This is going to be fun. So quick reminders. Then we're going to look at the bracket, explain what's going on with this weird special stream, and then we're going to bring in Crim, our frenemy, our opponent for tonight. Crim has been nice enough to join us. He'll be joining us momentarily. I'll explain all that in just a minute. Lucid, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. So quick reminders, get them out of the way. Replay YouTube, that's where you'd find the old streams, including this one in the future. In this one, I'm planning on also editing it down for the main channel, so it will be on YouTube in the future. Normal YouTube, speaking of it, you'll be able to see this. There's also a Sweet Against Odds. Tomorrow's Against Odds is a pretty sweet one. One of the sweeter standard things we've done in a while, so check that out. We played some Warriors for Budget Magic yesterday. There was a cool Crim interview with the professor of Tulare Community College on MTG Goldfish Commander, so check that out on the YouTube. A reminder that our sponsor this fine evening is Card Kingdom. And maybe you need some Magic cards. Maybe you need Zendikar Rising. Maybe you need something else. You can get them over at cardkingdom.com. Even get a free Scoop Soldier sticker. Just let them know you want one in your order notes. Otherwise, merch page, tokens, t-shirts, playwets. Good way to support the stream and the channel and the site. The Discord is new and improved. You should check it out. And donations, always appreciated. Never required. $2 or more gets your message read on stream. So here's the plan. Here's what we're doing tonight. Something we have never done before. If you want to see the deck list we're playing, you can find them with the deck command. They're all listed on there. So this is the band bracket. We talked about this a little bit. So the idea of this is simple. Tonight, we are playing 4 matchups. Crim is going to be joining us, playing against us in these matchups. The banned bracket is all decks that have been banned in Standard since 2017. So 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, the last 4 years. And we put them into a bracket. There's 16 of them. And we're going to battle through to the finals. Tonight, though, we're planning on doing the first half of the first round. So you're going to be seeing me on Simic Food against Crim on Blue White Flash. That's the 1 vs 16 seed. Can Crim pull the upset with his beloved Blue White control cards against Oko? We will see. Winoda versus Temur Energy. Crim's playing Winota. I'm playing Temur Energy. So old school broken versus new school broken. 4-color Omnath, the most recent banned deck on the list against Jund Sacrifice. So I'll be riding with Cauldron Familiars against Crim doing just busted ramp things. And then the ramp matchups from last season. Luca Fires in Crim's hands against Bant Ramp that I'll be playing. So those are the matchups for tonight. So this is how it's going to work. I'm going to bring in Crim in just a second now. But the idea of this is pretty simple. Crim is going to hop in with us. We are going to introduce the decks we're playing a little bit, talk a little bit about the matchup. Then Crim's going to go play against us. We're going to have relatively a normal stream during the match where I'll be like chatting with you guys, doing shout outs, all that stuff. And then after we finish a round, then Crim's going to hop back in. We're going to talk about how that matchup went and then introduce the next matchup and then basically repeat the process. We'll go back to like normal stream, chatting, doing fun stuff, and then Crim will come back after the round. We'll talk about the matchup, introduce the next one. Our goal for tonight is to get through these 4 rounds. I don't know if that's going to take 5 hours or 2 hours. If we have extra time, we'll figure it out. But that's what we got for today. We have the decks for the first 4 rounds. So half of the first round of the tournament. So anyway, let's bring in Crim. I think it is time to bring in Crim and talk about our first matchup that we're playing tonight. So let me see if I can do this right. I think Crim is around. Let me push to talk this. Oh, wait. Oh, push to talk. Wait, I'm writing in Discord. I'm so bad at push to talk. Why am I so bad at... Hello, Crimothy? Are you here?
This is Pizza Castle.
Eh?
Yes.
Oh, I would like a large with some anchovies, please.
I'm sure you would.
How is it going, Crim? Can everyone hear Crim? I never know if the desktop audio is set right. Can you hear Crim, everyone? Is the audio all right?
I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. I think.
Oh, at least that much is true.
Okay, I think everyone can hear you. So, Crim, thank you for joining us. I'm excited for this. This is gonna be fun. I gotta ask you, Crim, before we get into this, you've been playing competitively for this entire period, right? Like going back to like Temur Energy standard and so forth.
Oh yeah, I mean, I despise Team Energy. I thought that format was so boring. Actually, that made me pretty much like pseudo quit standard and play like all the other formats because of how low power Teamer Energy format was.
Yeah, yeah, I've been playing. So we both, I think, have probably either played with or played against these decks many times over the last few years because these are all decks that were so good they got banned in standard. Before we talk about our first matchup, I think you gotta peek at the bracket. Do you have any predictions? Everyone's kind of talking about what they think is going to win this tournament. Do you have any predictions on what you think could go all the way, a sleeper choice, anything like that?
A sleeper choice in today's bracket or just the overall bracket?
Just overall, like, okay, how about what do you think is going to win this tournament? When it's all said and done, all the rounds are played, which of these busted decks is going to be the most busted of the banned decks?
I I have to go with anything Oko. I think Oko's still really good. Um, but of course, you know, as long as it plays green, I think it'll be fine. But I guess Saheeli could potentially get there because you're able to jam Saheeli first and then Sovereign, so it can't get elked. Of course, you can get counterspelled, but Felidar Guardian dodges Mystical Dispute, and I think Mystical Dispute is going to be one of the top cards this tournament.
Yeah, I think that Mystical Dispute is going to be really good in this tournament as well. I'm one of the things I'm looking for is, even though all these decks are relatively new, the first deck was from like 2017, so the last 4 years, I'm genuinely curious if the original like group of band decks, Temur Energies and Mardu Vehicles and like Emrakul decks, like, are those decks as broken as the last couple years? Because we've heard so much about like 2019, 2020 Magic. I'm genuinely curious if decks that were like so busted they were getting banned 2 or 3 years ago are actually that busted compared to the decks from the last year or two. And that's something that we're going to find out right away, actually, with our first matchup. So matchup number 1, Crim, I have the number 1 overall seed in the tournament. I'm playing Simic Food, Oko, the best Planeswalker in Magic, your favorite Planeswalker, Nissa, in support, ramp cards, all that stuff. The deck that was 70-something% of the Mythic Championship right about a year ago now, before it was banned. So that's my deck. I don't even think I need to describe its bustedness. It's pretty straightforward. I'm looking to get down Oko as quickly as consistently as possible. Nissa and Hydroid Crosses finish the game. I can yoink a bunch of stuff with mass manipulation, and that's basically the deck. It's basically Oko.deck. So that's what I'm on. Crim, you have one of the original decks. This was one of the first decks banned in our pool of decks. What are you playing in this first round?
So I'm playing Azorius Flash. So you may know of Smuggler's Copter being banned in Standard. It's got Reflector Mage. All of these, as I read it out loud, immediately just makes me feel worse about playing you because these cards just don't seem as good. We have Gideon, a powerhouse. Avacyn, a powerhouse. I mean, but like, once again, just the fact that most of this just doesn't seem to stack up all that well against Oko. Your Wolf, like punching me with Indestructible, and of course my favorite Nissa, who destroys the meta. Like, and then of course Hydroid Krasis because you have double the mana. Like, all I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna say that I'm rooting for you because at the same time I'd like to win this, but it does not look like it favors me.
And I mean, in your defense this round, it is the number 1 overall seed in the tournament against the very last seed in the tournament. So it would be, I think, a pretty shocking upset if you actually won, just based on the seeding of the tournament. It would be a huge surprise to see Oko be the first deck out of the entire tournament. So I think it's probably true that I would guess I'm favored, but that's why you play the games. You never know. We're playing just a single match, and originally we were talking about doing a best of 5 match, but we decided since Magic Online doesn't support best of 5, we're just going to do a normal best of 3 match. And in a best of 3 match, anything could happen. Like, I could get a bad draw, you could get a great draw, and and then it's all over. So I'm excited. Are you ready, Crim? Are you ready for round 1 for me to challenge you to this battle of Simic Food versus Blue White Flash?
Let me breathe really quick because I just got to process that I'm gonna see Nissa again after it rotated. Just give me a second.
I also, Crim, should point out I have 4 copies of a certain 1-mana green card in my sideboard that I know you also love.
Oh, I forgot about that too. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. You know what? I'll never be ready. Just cue up the match.
All right. I'm gonna send you a challenge, Crib. Good luck in the game, and we'll see you in a couple minutes after the round. All right, so as we're getting into this, shout out to the Nitty Scout and also Unseen Spectre for your subscriptions. Welcome to the Fishbowl, big soup cheer for you. So I'm going to challenge Crib. We are playing. We got to go freeform because of all the ban cards. So let's see, freeform. Once we get into the match, it'll be more like a normal stream. Simic Food. Whatever. All right, challenge being set. So here we go. So how's everyone doing tonight? How's everyone doing? So what do you think? Are you interested in this? This is one of the weirder things that we've tried to do on stream. Normally you don't play old decks that are not part of standard. Like, it's gonna be interesting. All right. Oh, and Crim wins the die roll. Boo. Someone asked if I thought, ooh, this hand. Okay, so there's good news. The good news is we have Oko. The bad news is Aether Gust is just a dead card. I think we got a mulligan because Aether Gust just does literally nothing. All right, we'll keep this. This hand's not great, but we'll keep it. We'll put an island to the bottom. I mean, we got Rampant to Wicked Wolf. That could be something. Yeah, so the idea of these decks was to play the version of the deck that was popular right before the deck got banned. So this was like the last iteration of the Oko deck right before it got banned. Yeah, the games will be going on YouTube as well. The stream replay will go up normally tomorrow. Selfless Spirit, Modern Staple. So see, Crim has some good cards too. The blue white flash deck. Oh, yes. Wait, we're getting punted already? I mulligan Oko because we had two Aether Gusts that do literally nothing. Like, they're straight up dead cards. Oh boy, we have good news though. The good news is Nissa's coming. Well, first, we're probably going to get Spell Quelled, but Wicked Wolf? All right, there's the Spell Queller. Sure. Ooh, okay. Opponent Crim might actually be able to deal with this Nissa. This might be going poor. Westville Abbey. This might actually be going poorly. Oh dear. Opponent gets in, hits us down to 14. Once upon a time, little late to the party. Well, land. At least, even if Crim kills us here, at least we get to tilt him. And then we will untap a forest. What flash things are in this deck list? What flash things could go horribly wrong here? Yeah, the Wicked Wolf, though, doesn't kill the Spell Queller because of the Selfless Spirit. Avacyn's 5. Do we attack? Actually, you should probably pull up the deck list. I'm actually curious. I'm actually super curious. This might be cheaty. Sorry, hang on, Grim. Hang on. We're looking. Oh, there's Rattle Chains. Okay, I think we're good. Stasis Snare. We can't do anything about that. All right. Yeah, we'll attack. Alright, no shenanigans. Data 17. We have double mana for next turn, hopefully. Okay, another... Wow, it's all the spell quellers. And that can kill our Nissa. No! You know Crim's attacking Nissa. It might be better to go face, but you know he's going to kill the Nissa. Just out of blind rage. This is our very first match. How come Crim isn't streaming? Crim... Wow, Crim is going face. Gonna let the Nissa live. Okay. Interesting. I think that is the right call. I thought he was going to spike kill Nissa. But, alright, let's Once Upon a Time. Craw! Oh, it's gonna make Crim a slight bit sad. Oh, tap, untap. Tap. Big ol' Craw? I guess we probably could have attacked first, but I don't want to attack into Avacyn anyway, so this is fine. Ronald Grinder! Welcome to the Fishbowl. There's Avacyn. Avacyn's the issue. Wow, it actually gets quelled. 3 spell quellers! Oh no. Oh, it doesn't work. It doesn't work! Yes! Oh, the CFC includes the X on the stack. Alright, we're live. We're live and we drew the Oko. Alright, we're alive. There's hope. There's hope in Okoville. Oh, yeah, eventually they're gonna... Crim's actually pretty close to this Ormondal, honestly. Although our Crossus is almost as big. Alright. If Crim can't attack here, though, he's just, like... in really bad shape. Going at the face. Probably an Avacyn. I think we block here. Yeah, there is an Avacyn. Okay. Down to 6. Uh-oh. Oko. Can Oko get us out of this somehow? We're at 6. Crim's down to 1 card in hand. How do we get out of this? Oko does gain life. It's really expensive, but it does. So we just gotta elk things like crazy? Oh, play the forest. So we Wicked Wolf the Selfless Spirit. Crim sacks it. Everything's indestructible. Then we... Okay, I think that's fine. Ugh. Alright, so tap. Untap. Tap. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, Wicked Wolf. Go after... let's go after Spell Queller. Which is then also going to make Crim sack Selfless Spirit. So Selfless Spirit is sacked. Oh, this better not... Does this still flip? These are synergies we've never had to deal with before. Oko. LQ. Oko. Elk. You. Pass the turn. Okay. The Elks are here. Does Oko save the day? No. Oh! It flips into an elk. Yes, it flips, but it's still an elk. Okay. It's an elk on both sides. Okay. Aggressive attacking. Here they come. This has got to be another Avacyn. So we will block. We will block. Block. No, no, no. That's not right. We will block, block, block. Take 2. Oh, no Avacyn? Alright, float the mana. Once upon a time. Give us a craw. Give us a craw. Well, okay, Brazen Borrower could help sometime. Who? Elk on both sides! What are the chances? I didn't know it worked that way. Oh, and now the tide has turned. The tide has turned. That was interesting. And we don't get the wolf? Why do we not get the wolf? What happened there? That was weird all around. Wow, that was... Crim F6. Yeah, that was a punt. I mean, I guess it was, I said no to... Oh, my God. So punts all around. Oh, Crim said he F6'd accidentally too quickly. Well, that's once upon a time. Get acrosses. Untap the lad. Nissa does what Nissa does. And 8, yeah, alright. Crib scoops it up. Oh! Blue-white almost got there. Almost got there. So close. Oh! But Oko came through. Oko came through with the end. Huh. Well, that was, so I actually don't know. If that punt was super relevant from Crim. I think we both punted a little bit. We're warming up. We're just warming up. So I think we got to bring in this Nissa for Crim's sake. So I don't know if that punt would have mattered. We got to get rid of these Gus, too. Crim would have been able to save his creatures, but with us finding another Crosses and having that big of a board, I'm honestly not sure if any of that would have mattered. I don't even know if Veil of Summer is actually good. I think it's not. But I kind of want to bring it in anyway. Because we're playing against Crim. Veil's really bad. Maybe we bring in 1 as a meme. I mean, I think as far as, like, doing the deck justice, we're probably best off bringing in, like, Questing Beasts and... Well, maybe not Questing Beasts, but Voracious Hydra seems decent. Just more removal. We probably don't actually need Gadwick in this matchup. And we'll bring in a Veil of Summer just because it's Crim. That's only reason. 100% because it's Crim. I thought Crim was gonna spike kill the Nissa. He just said he should have killed the Nissa. I thought he was gonna spike kill it. So, Crim, you think you should kill that Nissa?
Yeah, I forgot about Once Upon a Time. That you could just, like, oh, well, he has to have the Crisis. I don't know if you already had it, but you had another one. But I was like, okay, well, I'll make him draw the card, and I forgot you could just go get it.
Yeah, Once Upon a Time is insane. I hit both of my Crasises off of Once Upon a Time, so yeah, it was a pretty big deal. That card, I forgot how busted this deck was. Like, Oko gets the headlines for being super busted, but this deck had Veil of Summer, and Once Upon a Time it had Nissa. Like, so many cards in this deck are busted.
Yeah, I think if I would have taken that off the board, I would have at least not had to have dealt with you drawing 4 cards and all of that. So, yeah, because once again, I guess I should have just killed it normally on principle, but I don't know if you had another Krasis or not.
Yeah, the bracket is on the deck list page. I mean, this hand's insane, right? So what do you think? Do we send the message? We know it's incorrect. You should always wait and see your card first. But it just feels so good. I don't know how many times people have sent the message. And we get the... Oh, this is going to be a runaway. We're going to run away with this game. This isn't even going to be close. So I think we take the land just to be safe. Take the island. Untap. Oh, this is why the deck. This was why the deck was so busted. This is it. Once upon a time hits what we need. We play the goose. The Oko's in hand. Over. It's over. I mean, maybe Crim has dispute. They do. Oh boy. Oh, and now we're gonna see why busted cards from Magic's past are just not quite as busted cards from Magic's present. Oko.
Just like to take it at this point to say good game. Thank you.
I'm gonna help you, Crim. I'm gonna upgrade your smuggler's copter. You're not gonna have to crew it anymore.
Yay! Joy.
See, we're kind. We're kind to Crim and his smuggler's copter. Now it can attack the Oko. That's fair. That's fair and balanced. I think my favorite moment of the match so far has been the Amazon flipping and still being an elk. That was the best thing I've ever seen. Awkward. Well, we will create a food. We are missing lands, which is a little weird. Yeah, let's just pass and Brazen Borrow or something. The Mana Screw might give Crim a chance here. I think it might. Spell Queller. Bounce the elk? We would like our Oko to remain alive. Potentially. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. The Mana Screw. This is how Oko can lose. Hits Oko. Well, maybe can lose. Land? No. Oh my god, we're drawing so many crosses. Well, Paradise Druid. Make a food. Up to 4 loyalty. Pass the turn. Me saying I think people overrate Oko does not equate to me saying I do not think he's powerful. I mean, can it really be overrated if it's the best planeswalker of all time? Yeah, I think we actually let the Oko go. I think having mana is more important than Oko. We'll find another one at some point, hopefully. Oh, Thrabes. I do love... Thrabe and Inspector was the true... Oh, Uro, my bad. Thrabe and Inspector was the true power of this deck. Can we draw land? No. Ugh. Well, alright. Once upon a time for land. Play a land. Play a goose. We're pretty far behind here, though. I think we're actually... Well, we'll see. I feel like we're losing right now. Smuggler's Copter. I was thinking that the Elks were not going to make a big difference because... That's a lot of damage. I was thinking the Elks were not going to make a difference because all of our opponent's creatures have flying, but with the Reflector Mage, it actually would have mattered. So I think that was a bit of a mistake. And now we're taking 1 million? This is a lot of damage. Discards a Reflector Mage. That's not a good sign. If that's the worst card in the hand, yeah, that's a real bad sign. Westville Abbey. Oko. Oh, we're just so pinched on mana. Jason, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sometimes you and Crim play some unbanned standard games. Oh, that would be interesting. So Crim very likely leaving up a counter. I don't like where we're at all. Could also be Avison. Yeah, no, we're just so pinched on mana. Wicked Wolf. Oh, Crim is really good at drawing spell quellers, that's for sure. Are we dead? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, we are dead. I mean, we're not dead this turn, but we're super dead. Crim is playing Blue-White Flash, one of the original band decks from 2017. Yeah, Thraben Inspector is so good. It doesn't look like much, but I love Thraben Inspector. Thraben Inspector I just really love. Oh boy, we're going to game 3. We're going to a game 3. Could it be an upset? Yeah, game 1 went in our favor, but it was close. This game, we are absolutely just getting crushed. Lutz, Copter is good when it's not an elk. Discard, yeah, there's not a card in our deck that matters now. We're just super dead. Alright. I think what we do, I got a plan. We play Nissa. Ah, summary dismissal. Come on now, Crim.
That deals with the crisis, right?
On to game 3. Yeah, I was super pinched on mana, and we got to see, I think, a pretty good example of what your deck can do there with just like the tempo, looting with Copter to get rid of stuff you don't need to find more counters. Like, that was pretty impressive of the Blue-White Flash deck.
Yeah, it was able to hang on there. I was like, this game I think was a lot like I was surprised I was able to like stay in it, and I think it was because you were pinched on mana. You had the Goose start, you had the turn 2 Oko. Those are starts that are just so hard to like get around when you're a creature deck.
Yeah, but then I kind of just got stuck there on 3 mana, and I had a handful of like Nissas and Crossuses, and I was just like, well, on to game 3. This should be interesting. Can you pull the upset with Blue-White Control? We're gonna find out.
I'd like to.
All right, here we go. Any deck can get crushed by Mana Screw Mana Flood. That's true. Although, I mean, Crim's deck did look good there. Like, that was... Crim's deck had the aggressiveness to punish us for stumbling on our mana. How do you think the changes in Mulligan rule changes this matchup? I would say probably not super significantly. Alright. We got no Oko, but we're not going to be mana screwed. We have a Crossus to refuel. This is fine. Actually pretty good. And I feel like Wicked Wolf should be good in this matchup when it's not getting got by Spell Queller. Oh, God. Oh, we might make Crim very sad here. Play that Smuggler's Copter, Crim, I say. Oh, play that Smuggler's Copter. Play that Smuggler's Copter. Oh, Crim's not going to tap out, is he? Well, in that case, we'll play a Goose. We'll play the land. We'll pass it. We're not going to play into the counters. We're going to make Crim do something. Pass the turn. There's another secret lair already? I mean, I like some secret lairs. I am like super rooting for that upcoming one to be a Bob Ross secret lair. That's a secret lair I would buy. I've always had some concerns about secret lairs, with the big one being how they cut out local game stores. But outside of like that, I'm not just anti-secret lair drop. I am anti-releasing new cards in secret lair drops, but let's make more food. Can never have too much food. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, Crossus plays around counters more than Nissa. So let's X5. Draw a couple cards. And there's Oka. Okay, I feel like this one's going better for us. Yeah, Bob Ross Basics would be so sweet. Does this deck play Wrath? I hope not. I think this was during the no good Wrath era, like 5-mana Wrath era of Standard. Maybe play draw really matters, because we won the die roll this time, and now we're just rolling. Ooh, and Mystical. Oh, boy. Oh, we don't have the mana for it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this is going to make Crim so sad. Nissa. Oh, oh, well, Crib, you said you thought this card was going to be really good in this format. So,
oh, it's Mystical Dispute, isn't it? It's over. It's over. This deck has no ways to answer a Planeswalker.
Well, you called it, Crib. You thought that was going to be the card of the tournament, and so far, it is at least the card of this game, I think.
Yeah, like that, and like I'm not even like sure that I would even be able to win, even countering this first Nissa, but it's like pretty much over now.
Yeah, I mean, the cross, yeah, it's gonna be hard to come back from. I don't know if your deck has Wrath. That might be the only chance. But even if you Wrath, I got the Nissa, so we'll
right.
see.
It's not the creatures that I guess I'm worried about right now. I mean, it will eventually kill me, but it's the Nissa that is eventually going to double your mana, so you can do all the things you want.
Just when you thought you got away from it, Crim, it just rotated a few weeks ago, and now it's back. It's back beating you down.
Yeah, man, maybe I could have gotten away with an upset if I didn't accidentally punt game 1. But like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I don't know how that would have changed things. Your deck definitely looked good last game, though. This one, not quite as much.
Yeah, like this has the curve into Gideon, but the issue is that you had the mana dork and everything you were doing is just better than Gideon and like Reflector Mage and Selfless Spirit, right? So, I mean, I decided I just may as well keep up mana for Stasis Snare and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. And I think, well, I mean, we can talk about it in a little wrap-up after the match, but I think we saw some interesting things in this match, at least. Some illuminating things.
Yeah. Let me see here. What can I even do now? I mean, I just bounce that back.
This
make it so that you have to work for that blue mana, even though you have one right there. But
so the banned card in Crim's deck was actually, well, Smuggler's Copter was banned, but the main reason this deck is in the field is
that's my turn.
That was good.
we'll play it out. You know, maybe I draw a new card that I don't know how I got in this deck.
All right. Play this untapped. Do we just literally win here? 1, 2, 3. Oh, we have so much mana. So Oko.
Oh, come on. Yeah. Oh, come on. Oh, all right. I thought it was another Krasis. At least it's just Oko.
Yeah, Oko, I mean, it's not as good as Krasis here.
I'm actually, as weird as this sounds, I still don't feel like Oko is as bad as losing to Nissa.
Yeah, I think Oko's power is a little more subtle. Like, Nissa, when it beats you, you know it's beating you. Oko, it's kind of like, oh, it's an elk, that's not that bad. A food token, that's not that good. But then, like, 10 turns later, like, oh, yeah, I guess that actually...
Yeah. Down the line, it will obviously be much worse, as I am the creature deck. But the nice thing is that most of this deck does function on a flash kind of axis. So, like, it's all right. But Nissa is just hard to beat. Because you get to do so much every turn. No blocks, so this can end sooner.
All right, so that was round 1, and I gotta say, that was kind of close. We went 3 games. Crim in game 2, you really rolled me with me being a little stuck on mana. You had a great tempo game. Game 1, I don't know if that pun, like how much that ended up influencing the game. I also had, I think, some punts that game. So there was some punting. What do you think? I mean, so it was a 2-1 win for Simic Food. Is that about what we should expect? Like, do you think, let's say we played the matchup 100 times, do you think Simic Food would win most of them?
Yeah, 100%. Because like this deck itself does not have, first off, it does not have any main deck ways to interact with your mana dork, right? Because you always try to kill the goose early so they don't get that, because I don't have Ether Gust, right? Because this is directly a list from the Pro Tour top 8 list, right? So this does not have like Ether Gust or anything like that. But could a deck like this beat that deck? Yes, but it would require me to drop a lot of cards, and like Brazen Borrow would be great in this deck, and like Ether Gust and whatnot. But yeah, like the way it is right now, I just don't think this deck can get there because the Simic food deck just does way too much.
Yeah, I think that's true, and I think the biggest thing that stood out to me in this matchup, honestly, was you were playing fairly mana wise, and even though like this maybe isn't as much of a ramp deck as some of the decks we'll get to in the future, like Bant ramp or like the Omnath deck that we'll see shortly. Still, like, I was, like, in that last game, Gilded Goose into Paradise Druid Gilded Goose, I actually had turn 3 Nissa available, but you left up mana, so I decided to cross this instead. But I had the unfair mana acceleration, and that was a pretty big deal. Like, I'm working with 5 or 6 mana on turn 3, and you're like, oh, leaving up a Stasis Snare, or leaving up a Summary Dismissal. So I think that was actually a really big part of it, too, is, like, I have the mana ramp and you don't.
Yeah, I mean, just an example, like that one additional mana that you had to Mystical Dispute me, right? Like that was all you needed.
Yeah, that was actually huge. Like, I was in a pretty good position anyway that game, but that really sealed the game, having enough mana to Nissa and leave up the Mystical Dispute on, like, turn 4 or something. Like, that was still pretty early in the game. So all right, Simic Food moves on to the round of 8. And now we're going to find out who is going to be playing against Simic Food. Let me pull up this bracket real quick and see what we got next. Let's see here. One second. I should have left the bracket up probably instead of closing it. So Simic Food is through, and according to our little bracket here, we are moving on to. All right, we are moving on to. All right, bracket is back up. So Simic Food is through to the top 8. To find out who Simic Food will play next, we have Winoda, which you're going to be playing, Crim, the Agent of Treachery deck. And so I will say a little bit to, there was like 13 or 14 decks that were really solid ban decks for this. And then I had to stretch a little bit. Like, technically, you could include Agent of Treachery as a Luca Fires ban card. But so Winota is one of those like slight stretches. I'm going back a lot further. I'm playing Temur Energy, another one of the old school ban deck. This was Oko or Omnath or Wilderness Wreck before those decks existed. This was this 2017 version where this deck was like 40% of the meta. It was just consistently good every single tournament. I'm really curious though, what do you think, Crim? Like, we'll talk about our individual decks in just a second. Do you think that Temur Energy is still busted by 2020 standards with you, like, Winoting out Agent of Treacheries potentially? Or are we going to be like, wow, why did we ever think this deck was good? Like, it's just not up to par for 2020.
It's definitely, for 2020, I do feel like the energy deck just does not hold up. I mean, like, look at everything that the Winota deck will be doing. Like, and plus, your best stuff will be mine if I get to go Agent of Treachery, right? So, and like, you'll have Kenrith and all these other things going off. I don't know. I mean, it seems kind of just rough to like play the energy deck. At the time, energy was really good was because the power level was so low.
Yeah, so I would agree with that. I think that is part of it, that the rest of the format was not super powerful when energy was good. But the energy deck, it was strong. I think if there's, I don't know. Looking at the list, I don't have a ton of faith in my ability to beat the Winota deck. If I have any faith in it, I do have certain removal, like Harness Lightning, in theory, can deal with the Winota. I got a couple of Essence Scatters in the main deck, which, if I can leave them up at the right time, can maybe stop Winota. But I'm very worried about this matchup. I feel like I just do a fair version of what you do. I can grind and like draw cards with Rogue Refiners and maybe kill something with Glorybringer, but you're just like, oh, Winota, attack, steal all your stuff, win the game. So I don't have anywhere near the explosive. Like, what's the best thing I do with this deck? Like, Whirler Virtuoso, make a couple Thopters and gotcha? Like, I just like don't have the explosive start potential that your deck has.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing here. Like we both can do the grindy game too, right? I can also sit back and just like watch a Legion War Boss generate a ton of tokens, or stuff like that. And then when you finally decide you need to take an action, that's when I'll go ahead and like jam a Winota, right?
Yeah. So someone asked Crim, what version of Winota are you playing? Is it Jeskai or is it the 4-color like Neoform version?
It's the 4-color Neoform version. I'm playing Emma Handy's list.
Yeah, so this was, I think, the last iteration before Agent of Treachery got banned from. I was looking for the Winota decks. Winota was kind of a tricky one to choose a deck list for because there wasn't actually big standard tournaments at the heyday of Winota, so there wasn't like a Pro Tour, Mythic, Invitational, or Championship to go to. So I did the best I could. I think this was like the last deck. This was from like a E-League showdown or something. I think it got like second place. So it did perform well at a tournament, just not quite the same as winning a Pro Tour or something. My deck list is Temur Energy from Huey Jensen, which I believe won Worlds in 2017. I'm pretty sure it was first place at Worlds in 2017. So that's where we're battling. Crim, any other thoughts before I send you the challenge and we get into the match?
Good luck.
All right, good luck, Crim. And here we go. On to our next matchup. Temur Energy 2017 Worlds versus Winota from 6 months ago in our next band matchup. And I will challenge Crim. So what do you think, chat? What's your prediction? So another thing is, at the end of this, I did talk to Richard. Maybe we do something against the old standard deck, but Richard is going to to battle the... the winning deck with Modern Jund. So we're going to have a special, not tonight, but when we finish the entire bracket, we're going to have some Modern Jund versus whoever wins in Richard's hands. My chat is almost, I think everyone is predicting Winota. So I think everyone seems to think you're favored.
Well, I mean, like you've still got good cards in like Glorybringer. That's still just a solid card because that still makes plays in like historic and stuff, right? Bristling Hydra will be interesting. So I mean, I won't say that it's entirely in my favor. We'll see.
Good luck. Round one was me winning with Simic Food, the Oko deck, against Crim on Blue White Flash. I guess this is what our hands look like. We're gonna keep it. Manicum Latte, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. And I think there's also like, hey, thank you, Rattle Grinder. There's also more we could do with this if it is something that people like. For example, it would be possible. So this is just kind of to test this out. I think the idea is cool, and it's mostly to see if y'all like it, if people on YouTube like it. But if it is something you like, there is recurring stuff we could do with this. Like, we could do modern band decks. We could go back to some really old standard decks and go back to the era of Necropotences and memory jars and stuff like that. So we'll see if people like it, if people watch it. Affinity, Callblade. So it could be a recurring series with some other brackets if it's something that people like. Dr. Squared, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. I hate Evergo Grazer, Crim. I hate it.
I know.
It's like my Nissa.
I love that this is your Nissa, like this friendly little 03 with a reach.
All right. Well, we can't Magma Spray Grazer. It's going to live. Play a Forest, attune with Ether, start the energy flow in.
Hey, that's a banned card.
Imagine that. Imagine that banned. I'm cheating. Banned cards in my deck.
Yeah, cheating. What are you doing?
I love when you did Go Magic before. I would definitely prefer to see more of these style events than current standard. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. I could imagine doing more because I think old decks are cool. I just didn't know if other people thought old decks are cool. Ooh, yeah, filling out brackets is really sweet. I'm excited to see. Oh, dear. Already? Okay, so Crib's 3 mana, Neoforming, Charming Prince to Scry. It's got a counter, so we still can't Magma Spray. Why is this Magma Spray so bad? It's so bad. I am the evil one. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, Simic Food versus Gola. Oh, and the Goose. Do we even kill this? What do we... Ugh, we're just going to get Winoda, aren't we? Crim Scried, 1 to the top. That 1 is most likely a Winoda. Oh, I think we kill the Goose, and maybe Crim doesn't have the land.
Oh, come on.
I mean, you scry to the top. I think you would scry Winota to the top. My only hope is that you don't have the land to cast it and kill me.
Yes. Yes, Seth, yes.
Oh, I would like to add to the board, but I would like to not die. Well, Winota, this is a human. Okay. All right, we can start doing things. Wait, is there a chance? Is there a chance for the energy upset against Winota? I mean, I guess I'm speaking way too early. It's turn 3, but... And I can't even tap my mana to cast a Whirler Virtuoso. That's complicating things. There we go. There we go.
Oh,
Whirly
no,
boy.
it's happening. You're making tokens.
Thop, thop. There's a chance. There's a chance. Malubes, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Against the odds bracket would be super fun. That's something that the person who keeps track of the stats for Against the Odds has been asking me to do forever. And I think it could actually be fun. So that would be another really sweet possibility. Aurelios. And now we're just losing to dorks. Yeah, Crim didn't have stuff set up for streaming today, which is why he's not streaming today. But... Oh, I don't want to... All right, we're going to pass. We're going to pass. We're going to pass and trust that the Whirler Virtuoso can keep us alive. This is the turn where Winoda would come down, if Winoda was going to come down. I don't know how to... I'm not a good enough streamer to know how to disable the push to talk sound. If you tell me how to do it, I'll do it. You would pay... Oh, no. Sorry, my chat was like, disable the beeping noise when you would have push to talk, and I forgot that I had push to talk and you were listening to me. I was explaining that I don't know how to turn off the beeping noise of push to talk.
Oh, okay, okay.
I would pay any amount or charity donation to watch an ATO bracket. I will add that to the list. That, if we do an ATO bracket, we'll have to do a poll. We'll have to do a poll where you all get to vote on what decks make it into the bracket. Not yet, Crim. I'm not dead yet.
Yeah.
All right, staying alive, staying alive. I mean, we can't stop another one, but I am John. Ian John MTD. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I feel like killing the non-humans has value, and now we're gonna try to bristle it. Crim's out of action. Hydra time. The upset is
I have
here.
a lot of cards.
You're
what am I
all
supposed to do? What am I supposed to do now?
I top deck a Winota and win, I guess.
Well, I lost my 3-2, but I cleared your Virtuoso, so I can't get chump blocked forever anymore.
Haha, but I have an answer.
You do.
I would rather not lose to a Charming Prince. That would be that would be the ultimate embarrassment for Temur Energy, that I deal with your Winota and you just beat me down with this 3-3.
So it gets 1/1 counter and hexproof. How'd you get 7 energy? At what point did... Oh, right, when it enters the battlefield. Right,
everything in my deck just randomly makes energy.
I guess I pass.
Ooh, the tide is maybe turned. To disable push select sounds, open notification on the left sidebar, scroll down, select PPT active, PPT. All right, I will have to. Ooh, 2. My God, I think we're gonna win this. I don't know if it's a miracle, but I think we're gonna win it. Get him with bristles. I mean, 2 essence scatters is insane. That is the dream.
No blocks.
Oh, we're actually in good shape now. We have a new donation from Lucid. ATO tournament or bust. We gotta. Okay, I will try to make it happen. Let's see how this tournament goes. See if people actually like it, and we'll go from there. But that is high on my list to do a ATO tournament if we do another one. Ugh. Do we start greedily pumping to close out the game quicker? Probably not. We'll just play it safe. Attack with bristles. Against the odds. Alright, food cracked. Up to 11. Pass the turn. Chuck the Yak for the 14th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you.
Oh, you're going to love these draws. These draws are so good. I can't wait to send you this video, Seth.
I'm curious what's in your head. Like, why are you not doing anything? I'm trying to figure out what it could be.
I'm sure chat can figure out what I've drawn.
What is in Crim's hand, chat? Are we on a pile of Agent of Treacheries?
Not gonna answer that.
Crim is playing against odds, drawing all the Agent of Treacheries apparently. Well, now we got a pump. I mean, I guess it's fair that there's a drawback to playing 7-drops in your aggro deck.
Yep. Especially when you draw a few of them.
Come on, one more. Get the fourth. Get the fourth. Yeah, we already played the first match. Simic Food won 2-1 over Simic Food won 2-1 over Blue White Flash. Ooh, all right. Digging. Another agent?
No. Much more interesting, totally. Here.
All right, we have a goose.
A goose.
That's not bad. Now you're only 1 man away from casting an agent.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna probably get essence scattered or something.
Ooh, a Logtusk Cub.
Ooh.
I remember when there was a time, I don't know if you remember this, Crib, but where Logtusk Cub was like the snowball card of standard, and sometimes someone would play it on turn to a pump it, and you just like literally couldn't beat it, and everyone was like, oh, that snowball's so hard. It's a little funny to look back on now compared to like how decks snowball now, and you're casting Genesis ultimatums on turn 4 and stuff, and just combo killing. But back in the day, back in my day, kids, Logtusk Cub was like the busted thing that this deck was doing.
So nobody's surprised. I didn't like Bristling Hydra. That was a must counter target because that was the one card that would always destroy my control decks.
Yeah, it's really hard to kill with that hexproof ability when the deck has so much energy laying around. Back in my day. Yeah, Group Hummer was super fun.
Oh boy.
That was one of my favorite budget decks at the time.
Oh boy.
I could use like a Glory Bringer. That would be good.
No, that would not be good right now, actually.
Well, let's refine some
rogues.
Don't worry. I just drew my band card.
That's pretty good, right? You can pump things a decent amount right now.
Yeah, I guess the pumping isn't bad. Well, attack. I mean, I'm playing. This has got to be one of the fair decks in the entire field. I think. Like this is good, clean Magic. Rogue Refiner was also bad. The two banned cards from this deck were Attune and oh, just food. The two banned cards were Attune and Rogue Refiner. Hey, what's up, Donos? How are you? There was no metagaming allowed for the tournament, so I was tempted to throw Carnage Tyrants in my sideboards, but no metagaming allowed. Ooh. I'm sorry, Crim. I've been holding this all game.
I know you have removal. Or a counter spell or something. Yeah, you got this one.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean...
I have 3 Agent of Treacheries in my hand. I have 2 and like another Winota that I've been waiting to get bodies on board to play.
Those were some brutal draws. After you ran out of cards, peeling Agent of Treacheries, that's the last thing you want to draw in your Winota deck.
Yeah, that's not ideal. I'll be honest with you there.
Oh, yeah, I still do need to get in contact with Etanos. You're right. Yes. I always forget about stuff like that. Thank you. I saw some of your Silverwork stuff on Twitter today, Tanos. Looked awesome. All right, so what do we have that can... What does this do? Oh, this is like... Oh, this is like Winota Hoser. That's like absolutely perfect. I would, if this was in Standard, it would be played to kill Winota. I guess we have a card that's similar in Standard. I don't think we want to bring in all the control stuff. Maybe Supreme Will. Like, what's bad? I don't know about this Confiscation Coup. Opponent doesn't have good, Crim doesn't have good stuff to steal. We definitely want Chandra's Defeat. I kind of want Supreme Will. That would be the only other card. Harvester would probably be fine, too. Harvester is decent. Those are the cards that are most appealing. Is Whirler a human? It is a Vidalcan Artificer. Maybe we go down the Braid. A Braid kills other stuff, but it doesn't kill Winota. That's fine. Let's try it like that. A light touch with our sideboarding. Well, that went well, but I feel like... That one went pretty well for me, Crim, but I feel like I drew like my ultimate hand, having the right answers for 2 Winotas. My deck doesn't have that many answers, so I feel like that was more just me having a really good hand than anything, and you running badly.
Yeah, I mean, like, because at that point, I think even if I had drawn, I don't know, a Winota or like and had stuff on board to attack with, most of my agents were in my hand. When I had casted Incubation, Agent was one of the cards in there, and like a goose, right? So that meant there was maybe 1 agent left somewhere in the deck.
I think we gotta ship this. Okay, this is functional. We will put a... let's go 2 lands. I don't know. This hand is not gonna stop Winota. That is for certain. Hey, thank you, the Boom. This deck is what I'm cheering for. No Marvel, just mid-range. This is the fair deck. Not again, Crim. Come on, cut me some slack here. No, one time, no Grazer. One time.
What's wrong with the little beast? It's adorable.
Ooh, that could be good someday. All right, tap, land, go. ATO Against the Odds, just an abbreviation for the Against the Odds series on the YouTube channel where we play all the jank. Oh, this is... Oh, boy. If Crim has Winota here, this is oh boy. Our fairness might be getting punished. We will play an Ether Hub, get an energy. We will play a Servant of the Conduit, get 2 energy, and then have all of our land stolen. Do you have it? Do you have it, Crim?
Yes, I do.
Yes,
I do.
Leave me at least 1 land, please.
We'll see. We'll see what the top of the deck says. Okay, now the Grazer is going to be a problem, but...
You could F6 through your turn if you wanted.
Oh, yeah, no, I've done that enough already.
Okay, Winota trigger number 1. Is it an Agent of Treachery? Whiff. Okay, Charming Prince. That's not too bad. Okay, we're alive. That's just a Charming Prince. Gets to scry to set up the Agent of Treachery. 2 cards to the bottom. Oh my god, Kenrith. Oh!
There we go.
That's like a semi-whiff, and it still just absolutely destroys me.
I don't even know what matters here. Like, if I pick your... You know what? I think I know what it'll do.
Steal the colorless land just to send a message.
Yep.
Oh,
At this point, it's kind of hard, right?
oh, my deck has no way of getting out of this. I'm just gonna, yeah. I mean, I can play a long tusk cub. I don't think that's gonna save the day here.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what your deck does on. Let's just say you get another land here, and like, what do you do?
That is more how I envision this matchup going when we were talking about it pre-game.
Yeah, that's usually how it does go.
Urza Lawn Care, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. All right, we got a chance though. We are on the play for game number 3. Maybe we do want the Abrades. Like how can we? Maybe we got to mulligan aggressively for an answer. Maybe that's it. Maybe we just got to mulligan very aggressively for an answer to Winoda and try to do what we did in game number 1. Like trim a long tusk cub for an Abrade. All right. Mulligan aggressively. We got to mulligan aggressively. Come on. Can we pull the upset? So Winota was favored, but this is the 8-9 matchup. So we had these like roughly equally ranked. I feel like Chandra, I don't want to bring in things that are good for Crim to steal. I feel like Chandra is just such an appealing target. Jeez. Maybe? Oh, this hand's risky. This hand's so risky. Alright, we'll keep it. I mean, I think this is a pretty good hand. The only thing that I dislike is the Winota deck can be really unfair. Like, this is a good fair hand. A very good fair hand. But...
am I mulliganing to 5?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, Attune is one of our man cards.
All right.
Keeping the 6?
I guess I'll keep the 6. Maybe I should be mulliganing a little more aggressively, but I mean, like, I don't know if 5 is where I want to be.
Yeah, this match is 1-1 right now, so whoever wins...
Never mind build out.
By a grazer? Oh my god. Not again. All 3 games. Yeah, this is...
Never mind build out.
All right. Well, I mean, we do kind of sort of have a temporary answer at least. Serve it. Go. Should do it with metagaming sometime. That could be interesting. Oh, so does this mean we just gotta leave up this commit rather than playing a threat? That's awkward. That's super awkward. Is there a list of how the first match went? So the replay video, yes, there is like a text list, and there will also be a replay video on the YouTube if you want to see it. But it was closer than I thought. Yeah, I think we gotta leave up this commit, unfortunately.
You gonna leave up Mana Seth?
I think so. I might just leave up a little, just in case there's a Winoda over there.
Why? I don't have it.
No reason.
Wait, hold on. You have a chance right now to tap down before I do anything.
Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription.
Fine.
Big for you. I'm not gonna make it easy on you. Like I'm gonna try to make it hard for Winota to kill me. But the problem is, I don't know. I honestly don't know if I win by leaving up mana. Like I feel like I have to, but I also feel like if I don't, you're just gonna play like Legion War bosses and stuff, and hanged executioners, and I'm gonna lose naturally.
That's kind of the game plan, right? To just do that over and over until you do actually have to answer it. But
yeah, that's part of what makes the deck so good, I think, or made the Winota deck so good was it did have the ability to like pressure really well without Winota, and then once you're forced to tap out to deal with it, then the Winota comes down, it's just game over. And plus you do have, like we saw last game, you can just get the free win draws where like, oh, Ebriel Grazer, Hanged Execution, or Winota, I win on turn 3 or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, those that last draw was kind of silly. I don't know.
Yeah, that was. I mean, I'm actually glad though because we're playing all these busted decks. So I think it'd actually be a little disappointing if we do this like banned deck bracket and we never get to see them do crazy things. Like that was literally the perfect example of why the deck is banned. Like turn 3, and you only got 1 Agent of Treachery, but you could have. You got a Counterith too, but you could have easily had 3 Agent of Treacheries and literally taking all of my permanents there on turn 3.
Yeah, the one time I wanted to see all my agents.
About 350 for the 14th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What would you say the most powerful against the odds deck was? I think it's probably 35 Siege Rhinos. Oh, jeez. Some of the Planeswalker tribal decks have been very good. The like Gideon tribal was really good. I don't like this. Man, watch it. Maybe you don't actually have it. You're just holding Arboreal Grazers, and I'm leaving up my mana for nothing.
I guess it's better to be safe than sorry, though, right?
The problem is Winota makes you really sorry. Not just a little
I mean,
sorry.
yeah,
So you're
yeah.
really sorry.
You're definitely really losing if that happens, yeah.
All right. Well, we'll take the beats. Next turn, we do get to start doing things. We get to at least we can serve another conduit and still leave up.
Huh.
I mean, I know you got Legion War Boss and you got one unknown. Is it Winoda? Probably. Nothing? Suspicious. Huh. Why would
If it is Winota, I'm not playing it into your removal or counter spell.
Why would Crim pass with all of his mana up? That's actually a good draw. I'll play Sir.
Tap out for Glorybringer? Oh.
No, I'm gonna keep playing it carefully as you beat me down with your dorks. What is your favorite legendary creature planeswalker? Favorite planeswalker, Venser? Venser planeswalker. I love that card. Legendary creature, that's tougher. I don't actually know off the top of my head. Penkrina, welcome to the Fishbowl. Hello to you. Thank you for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Maybe the slow and steady plan's gonna get us there. Big attack. We take it. Thankfully, our clock isn't that fast at the moment. Like it's not slow, but it's not as bad as it could be.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you are playing a bunch of like little 2/2s, right?
Yeah.
2/2s and 1/1. So like, if you focus on the key threats, I think this deck really suffers. But
all right, Charming Prince. I mean, next turn we do get to do a thing, which is sweet. We get to play something relevant because now we can protect ourselves with Harness Lightning. So now we can actually get a threat on the table. Although it's probably going to get executed, but still.
I have another 1/1.
The clock is increasing. I think you just doubled your clock that turn, Crim. 1, 2.
Tap out, play Glorybringer.
You know what? Just for you, Crim, I might.
Oh. Did you have 2 mana up? Why?
I mean, they're just creatures. No, don't think of them as mana. Think of them as grizzly bears.
The Grizzly Bears block.
And please slam your Winota. All right, I think we got to exert and kill this Hanged Executioner, or it's gonna exile our stuff.
Seems good.
All right, down to 12. Sort of protected still. Gildagoose. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry about the push to talk noise. I gotta figure out how to take it off. Gets in, hits us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ugh, we're gonna take it again. Oh, we're dying to the fair. We're dying to the fair beats. I'm very close to dead to the fair beats.
Post-combat Legion War Boss. How do you feel about that one?
That's good. That's fine. Wait, turn off PP. I don't know what you're... I'm not sure what those words you're saying are,
I mean, I
chat.
know you play like what is it, like 3 or 4 magma sprays?
Yeah, there are magma sprays, so I do have some answers ish. I'm really close to being dead to just your random stuff, which is awkward, very awkward. All right, long tusk cub,
Yup.
land.
Cub lands. You have 3 cards in hand.
Yeah, yeah, down to 3. Hey, what's up, Silly Cell? How are you? Notifications tab.
Ha.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I figured out how to turn off the the push to talk sound, and now my chat is happy with me. I just wanted to make sure it was working. I did it, chat. I did it. We figured it out. Together we can do anything, including turn off PPE.
I mean, this has got to eat a counterspell or a removal, right?
That's not a Winota, but yeah, I don't think I can let that go. We will. It's
Commit.
a very temporary counterspell. All right, here comes the dork. Attacks it with everything. Well, we're gonna have to start blocking, or we're gonna lose. All right, big block time. Big block time. You love the sound? Well, I'm sorry, wasted life. All right, bunch of 2/2s. So we will block, block, block. Block, block, block. Harness lightning.
Yeah, yeah. Here it comes. All right.
X2, and then pump. Well, we survived the turn, just barely. Come on,
Now,
Winota, answer. Winota.
question is,
That is sort of
what else do you have in your hand?
one you like to know.
I would like to know, actually.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, so we can't play Bristling Hydra. Well, let's get in with Long Tusk Cub. I think there's actually a chance we could win this, maybe?
That's not what I wanted. All right.
So, I think me and Crim have each played these decks probably roughly the same amount. Oh, do you not have it? Have I been playing Winota for 8 turns for no reason, Crim?
I told you I don't have it.
He doesn't have it!
Oh, I've been trying to dig for it. Or something else to do in the event that you have counter magic or removal.
Wow, I was almost... I mean, I'm still not sure where we're at now. I can't really attack too aggressively, I don't think, because I'm so close to dying. And plus you can jump block with Grazer, which is... Grazer OP. OP Grazer, stopping my Glorybringer attacks. It does everything, Crim.
It does, kind of, unless you attack and then exert.
Yeah, I guess that's an option, too. And Crim being sus. He probably does have it, and he's trying to get me to tap out.
Think here.
Chad says you're being sus, Crim, and you do have it, and you're trying to get me to tap out. This is game 3 of match 2.
I've gotta do something this turn, right? But like, okay, so let me calculate this here. All right. Yeah.
Kenrith should be 2 draws.
Look, told you I don't have it.
You were not lying. Suspect.
Does this get countered is the question. I don't know why you would, right? I mean, it doesn't do anything.
I'm just trying to do the math to see if I'm gonna like immediately die. Like, I have 2 creatures. 1, 2. I mean, I guess I'm not immediately dead. And then wait, so Kenrith is that your next draw now? It is. Ugh.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
That might even be better than Winoda, honestly. Ugh.
No, it's not.
Well, I can't let. I think I gotta let it resolve because I think Kenrith beats me for sure. This only maybe beats me. We can't. I don't think we can counter it, chat. Right?
You can attack with Glorybringer and then exert it. You see, and then that kills the 2/3.
Oh, that that's. I forgot about that. That's a good idea. I might take that line.
And then you also just tap out.
So wait, if we don't counter it, Crim has a 3/2 that we. Okay, we don't have to counter it. We can survive this. Okay, sure.
You want to see me get rid of the Grazer? It'll be great. Here, I'll block with the Grazer if you swing with Glorybringer.
Oh, Crim, you're not gonna trick me into that attack. It's not happening.
Just tap out.
Oh. All right. So we got to pass again. We needed a land to get down a Bristling Hydra. We can't let Kenrith resolve. Kenrith beats us. Kenrith and we die.
Should have killed the goose when you had a chance, Seth.
That 3 life might actually end up being relevant if this game keeps going. All right, so Crim drew Kenrith. We know it's a Kenrith.
I mean, I'm not gonna just pass, right?
I mean, we both know what's going on. Like, there's not much bluff value in
known
holding
information. It's not like surprise.
Well, all right. So I actually really love this card I'm about to use. I would like it to be reprinted in Standard. This card's a sweet one.
Oh no, this is not gonna end well for me.
No, it's just Supreme Will. Supreme Will's a sweet card. The hybrid anticipate mana leak.
Yeah, that is pretty sweet.
With the gift sub to Aaron Plays. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Hey, recently found you through a tutorial on MTGO. Ask, I'm new to the online world of Magic. Want to thank you for the tutorial because it's really confusing at first. Well, Aaron Plays, Stro. I'm glad.
Boy,
I'm glad it was helpful. Yeah.
I have 3 damage on board that you're very much so obviously going to block and or kill.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a very, very tight situation. Like if you swing out, I have to block the reflection, block a spirit, and I go to 2. But then you get to untap your Aurelios, but then you don't really have good attacks anymore. So it's really, really, really. You need like one more threat, I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that one threat. You countered my other one, the main one, so I guess that won't be happening. You could swing with your Long Tusk Cub.
You have all these dorks that can block. Like Abriel Grazer is ruining my day.
You can get rid of that too by exiling Glory or exerting Glorybringer. No, not another one though. Don't play another Glorybringer.
I'm just no. It's just a bristles. Just gonna put up another blocker. I still don't think. Wait, can we attack? If we attack. Crim doesn't have to block, then I'm just gonna pass. Too much thinking. Actually,
Math is for blockers.
Should we attack here? No, the Grazer ruins it. You just have too many chump blockers. It doesn't do anything. All right, well, your go. I don't think we can attack with the Glory Bringer.
Card in your hand? I'm just gonna jam. Like if it's counter magic, I've got it right.
I'm having second thoughts.
Do
my
it.
Chat wants me to attack now.
Do it.
So if I play this, Crim attacks. We block here.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
You know, we're gonna do it because I mean, if you have Winota, we're done for anyway. So what's it? Well, I mean, if it resolves, I'm done for anyway. So what's it matter? Might as well. Oh.
Hello.
Hello,
Seth.
That was probably a little punt. I would have probably pumped there, so that might have been a slight misclick, but I needed the energy for Bristling Hydra. That's what I'm actually meaning. We need the energy for bristles, chat. We need the bristles mana. We need the bristles mana. We need the bristles mana. If this is Winota, Crim, I'm gonna quit. Okay, that's fine.
It's a cycle. Oh.
Into Winota.
Huh.
But see, Bristling Hydra needs energy in increments of 3. Uh, oh,
All right. So what? Like, if you draw another Glory Bringer, I think I'm dead.
I don't think you are you?
I mean, I'm not like dead on the spot, but I find that it's gonna be pretty difficult to like come back from two exerted Glory Bringers, right? And a Bristling Hydra, so you pick off two gooses, or my Grazer, the goose, that's automatically 8 damage in the air. Oh, but then you die in the backswing if you swing out. But like, whatever.
That sounds like something that someone who just drew Winota would say. Like, hey, swing all your stuff at me. Don't worry about it. Like, kill that Grazer.
Tap out and swing at me.
Oh, my draw for the turn, Crim. It wasn't
There it is.
Bringer. I don't know. I don't know what to do with it though.
I mean, the more time you give me, I guess the more problematic that is. But at the same time, you do have just the better threats than I do, right? Like, if I steal your stuff, does that even save me?
You have something. You drew something. I knew you drew something. Oh, it could be an agent though, and not a Winota. Oh, attack and exert with 1. I actually think that might be the best plan.
I mean, let's say I do draw a Winota. I play Winota. I go off. I steal a ton of things. That doesn't save me, though. I don't think. Rude.
I mean, you could steal the Glory Bringers though, right, and whatnot.
I mean, yeah, but they'd be exerted, right? So you wouldn't die on the like.
That's true. I wouldn't die immediately. I don't. I think if you resolve Winota, I lose. I would be very surprised if I didn't. At least I got rid of the Grazer though. The argument for swinging with both Glory Bringers actually might be that Crim could naturally just be drawing Agent of Treachery, and if he steals a Glory Bringer, that kills us. So there might be an argument to attack
All right,
with
let's make a
both.
food token.
There might be an argument to attacking with both, just to get around that.
Hello. Oh my gosh.
Embryo Grazer, please.
Breeding pool.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not dead.
No,
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't have anything. I have 2 lands.
I thought you were drawing real cards. Oh, that makes me feel much better. We might actually win this. It might be the upset.
Yeah, I mean, with 23 lands, 24 lands, I'm surprised I'm drawing that many. But
Uh-oh. Oh, there's a bunch of food. There's a lot of food. Spray the goose. Now we will aggressively attack. We will attack, exert, attack. We did exert, right? Okay, attack, exert, attack. Shoot down.
I don't think I can win now. I genuinely do not think I can win now.
Actually, I think how you win is Agent of Treachery. I think if you Agent of Treachery and steal the not exerted Glory Bringer, that might do it. But I don't think Winota wins anymore.
Yeah, Winota, and I'll probably draw Winota, but
I don't think Winota wins because
I have to block, right? Because you can pump that.
I can pump it 3 times. So yeah, it would be lethal if you didn't block. Actually, you might have this. Oh wait, you have food though. I wasn't thinking of the food, so it actually might not be lethal if you crack food.
I guess I sit back, and then I'm just going to try to crack the food here.
All right. Crack some food. I don't think we bother to pump if it's not lethal. Oh, the food. Well.
Oh no! What is this?
Just more hydras.
And the last draw.
It is. Something good?
I don't know if it is 3, 6.
Oh, it is agent. Does that do
Yeah.
it? Oh my
It doesn't
god.
untap though. It doesn't untap your stuff though.
No, but I think you're good though if you steal the unexerted one. Oh my goodness, because you can chump the Hydras, and then your Glorybringer
Yep.
untaps first. So now I gotta top deck Glorybringer. I think I don't know if there's anything else. Wow, this game was ridiculous.
But Glorybringer does not kill Glorybringer. Just let you know that.
Yeah, or I mean, removal might do it because if I attack with
No,
the
removal will,
Hydras,
yeah.
that would get in. So I just gotta top deck you back basically. All right,
Correct.
here we go. Here we go.
Did you draw removal or another threat that is gonna make me sad?
Oh,
Oh,
I
you're
didn't.
silent.
I didn't draw removal.
But you drew something that'll win the game.
No, I drew Rogue Refiner, which is a redraw. But I'm wondering. I feel like my odds are better if I commit to memory instead and get a new 7 and hope to hit like a Magma Spray. I think that's what I got to do. All right, new hands.
That's pretty solid. Wait, hold on. Okay, I mean, yeah.
All right, new 7. Stone Whiff.
Wouldn't it have been better to go Rogue Refiner?
I mean, isn't getting 7 new cards better than getting 1?
Yeah, but you don't die, right? You gain 2 life.
Rogue Refiner doesn't gain life, does it?
Doesn't it?
Does it?
Oh, no, it doesn't. It gets you energy and draws you a card.
Okay,
Well,
okay. I was going to say, Memory was the wrong choice? I think that was the right choice. Well, play the land. I guess I can hope you don't block.
I mean, there is a strong chance I lose to the Moto interface. I've been known to do it all the time.
Save me, Moto. I think that was the right line, chat, because we get to see.
Did you get like whatever Harness Lightning?
No, I hit a bunch of Glory Bringers and expensive stuff, so nothing that saves me. Good game.
Oh wow,
that was actually a ridiculously close game. So I punted the game like
so much closer than it needed to be.
Yeah, I was surprised.
After you sideboard, like you do kind of just get a lot of like control spells, right? And that kind of is problematic between like more counter magic. You get to steal my stuff because I think you play some amount of confiscation coup, right? I mean, that's just got to be played. And then, like, yeah, like I don't know. I mean, it's Glorybringer's really good. When you're playing a deck full of 2/2s and 1/1s, Glorybringer is really good. You either have to have a crazy explosive start to get underneath all that, so they never get to the Glorybringer, or yeah, get lucky like I did and draw the Agent of Treachery.
Yeah, that. So, boy, we got to see everything. And chat's saying that I punted by not pumping the long Tusk Cup, which I think that might be true. They also thought for a minute that maybe there was a punt at the end, but I think I definitely got to see. I think at that last turn, I think getting a new 7 to hit a Braid, Harness Lightning, or Magma Spray has got to be better than seeing one new card with Rogue Refiner with having essentially the same outs, I think. I guess Whirler Virtuoso would have been an additional out, but I think seeing 7's better than seeing one there. But I think
I agree with that. I agree with that entirely.
I think you are right, Chad, that it probably not pumping the long Tusk Cup, that did end up being an issue. But as far as the matchup, I actually think it played out pretty interestingly. It was closer than I thought, although I think when it comes down to it, as we saw in Game 2, your deck has the power to do that. My deck does not. Like, my nut draw is like, oh, Bristling Hydra into Glorybringer, attack you a few turns. Your nut draw is turn 3 Winoda, win the game. So I feel like your deck is still pretty favored, even though it ended up being a much closer and more interesting match than I was afraid. I was afraid you were going to do what you did in Game 2, twice in a row, and that would be the match. But it actually was a pretty interesting match, I thought.
Yeah, I actually didn't see a Winota whatsoever in the last game, so you didn't have to worry about it. I did see Kenny, but like,
I did play around with the entire game, though, which, honestly, if I didn't, I might have won, because I could have played Bristling Hydras and stuff much earlier, but I was leaving up that silly 4-mana commit to memory the entire game, because I was so afraid that if you had Winota, I would just die in the spot, so I didn't develop my game, so even though Winota didn't actually show up, it still had a big impact on the game, just by being in your deck, because I felt like I had to play around it.
No, you're definitely right. I mean, the only time I wouldn't have been as worried is when, like, I have very few non-human creatures, right?
Thank you for your subscription. Big super.
Because, like, at that point, like, okay, if, like, I have just a spirit,
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. If you don't have many humans going on, then I think it's fine. That is a good point. So, well, we have match 2 down. So match 2, in a close match, Temur Energy falls to Winoda, which means, going back to our bracket here, if I can pull it up, that means 2 things. First, it means Winoda's going to have to play Simic Food in the top 8. It also means our next match is coming up, which is Crim playing 4-color Omnath, our most recent ban deck, against me playing Jund Sacrifice. Crim, I think people probably know these decks because they're pretty recent. These are decks that have been popular in the last few months. Any sense of this matchup? So, Cauldron Familiar was banned before Omnath was printed. So we never actually saw this exact matchup take place. I don't know. I feel like you probably, similar to last match, I feel like I'm the fair grindy deck that can do cool things if the game goes long and, like, annoy you, but you're the deck that can be like, hey, I just cast a bunch of Genesis Ultimatums on turn 4 and comboed off and won the game. Like, I would guess you're pretty favored, which also is kind of reflected in the seeds. You're the 4 seed, I'm the 13 seed, so I think you're expected to win this one. What do you think, Grim? Who's favored in this one?
I think that, yeah, much like you said, there's just some turns where I'm going to go Genesis Ultimatum. Like, I'll, like, the amount of games where this deck wins, just like randomly out of nowhere, is quite often, actually. And because I'm doing this before they banned Uro, obviously this is with Uro and all the sweet cards. You have like Spikefield Hazard, which is really good against Cat if they play the Cat without the Oven, and stuff like. I mean, I do have some dead draws. Like I have like Mystical Disputes in the main, which don't do anything against you, right? So. I mean, they might counter 1 or 2 things along the way, but like Oven, all the things I care about go underneath Mystical Dispute.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe, I mean, who knows? Maybe it'll line up if I can keep your explosive stuff off the battlefield with removal. If I can, like, get down Mayhem Devil to shoot down your Lotus Cobras, maybe that gives me a chance to, like, get to Corvald or something and get things going that way. But I'm definitely scared. This is another matchup where I think I'm the fairer deck, you're the explosive deck. Can I find a way to keep your explosive combo pieces off the battlefield long enough to do something? I think that's going to be the battle of this matchup. But all right,
yeah.
Are you ready, Crib? Are you ready for round number 3? 4-color Omnath versus Jund Sacrifice to see who moves on to the top 8.
I am. I'm so excited, mostly just because, yeah, like this is a matchup we would have seen, right? Like this would have been in this standard format.
Yeah, this you're very right. If they didn't ban Cauldron Familiar, we likely would be seeing this play out, but we haven't got to see it, so I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Chat, let us know, what do you think? Who's favored in this one? Jund Sacrifice, fully powered Cauldron Familiar against 4-color Omnath. So let us know what you think, and I'm going to send Crim a challenge, and we're going to get it going. So good luck, Crim.
Good luck. Oh, and I'll tell you one thing. I'm not bringing in the Ruin Crabs against you, because that seems like a bad idea.
Oh, all right. So, challenge coming. And we got a donation. Gory Inverse. $2 donation. Unban all the cards and let the Timmies sort it out. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, that could work. Wait, where'd Crim go? All right. So, on to round 3. I'm nervous about this. One. I think that... But last game ended up being closer than I thought. Last match, I felt very disfavored with Temur Energy, and it was actually really close. And arguably, if it wasn't for that Long Tusk Cup play, arguably we would have had a shot there. It ended up being very interesting. Well, all right. Cauldron Familiar time. I will say I'm glad we're playing this one on Arena. Is Oda in any of these lists? It is. It was in the Simic food list, so... What are the odds the final two decks can be played on Arena? Reasonably high. So far, like, we have, what, 2 new decks through, right? Winota and Simic Food. So those are both Arena decks. I mean, if we get to the point where... If we get to the point where we have only Arena decks, we will play it on Arena. Calder Familiar, Solemns, Mana Screwed. We do have Bolus's Citadel, though. No removal. This hand feels bad, I think. I don't think we want this. We're going to mulligan. Well, alright, that's Mayhem Devils. So I think we put Bolus's Citadel to the bottom for now, and... Maybe Mayhem Devil can save us. Also, super duper quick before we get to the second half of our stream tonight, our next 2 rounds. Our sponsor tonight, as always, is Card Kingdom. If you need some magic cards, you can get them at cardkingdom.com. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. And all right, John Sacrifice up against Crim, playing Broken, Omnath, Uroi, Things. This hand looks fine, I think. I mean, it's not great, but it's fine. Ooh, Woe Strider's nice. All right, let's get down this trail of crumbs. Ship the turd. Food number 1 achieved. Did Jun make the list? I mean, the idea was to have every banned in standard card be featured. So I think it's deserving of being on the list just because of that. But I do think, I mean, it is one of the lower seeds, so it's not highly ranked by any means. Well, Crim's going to get a turn, unfortunately, with Lotus Cobra. This could go badly. Are we going to get Omnath? Wait, we're getting punted already? We just started! Why aren't we doing this on Arena? Because many of the, a big chunk of the decks, about half of the decks are decks that the cards are not on Arena. So if we get to the point where those decks are eliminated, we will switch to Arena. But at this point, we need like Kaladesh cards, we need Eldritch Moon cards, because we're going back to 2017, so we just don't have all the cards on Arena to make it work with this bracket. But like I said, if we get to the point where all the old decks are eliminated, then we would switch to Arena for the final rounds. Well, I think we gotta. We could crack the food and kill the Lotus Cobra. Woe Strider's probably better, I think. Let's Woe Strider. Woe Strider, make a goat. Sack the goat. Kill Lotus Cobra. Alright, so 1 threat dealt with. Ooh. Trail of Crumbs number 2. Yeah, we got 1. Let's go bottom for now. Stopping Ground's tapped. Get it! Hit you for 3. I mean, we're not dead yet. But this is a big turd. This is the turd. Actually, no, Crim doesn't have the right mana to do it. Alright, I was afraid this would be the Omnath turn, but missing a color of mana, so not yet. I get the Judge has a bad card. It just gave Omnath a buy, more or less. Omnath and Cobra too powerful. Well, we will see, Kebby. And, I mean, it is true that Omnath was a higher seeded deck, so if you ever watch, like, March Madness or anything like that, it's normal that the higher seeded team pretty much, like, crushes the... Ooh, oh boy. Pretty much crushes the lower seeded teams in the first rounds pretty often. So I don't think that's too much of a surprise. Are we actually going to have to sack a Mayhem Devil? That's so awkward. So we can swamp Mayhem Devil, sack a food, double ping, sack Mayhem Devil. I guess we can also just pass. But if but then we don't get to attack. I mean, I guess we can just attack with both. Attack with both. See what Crim does. Okay, block. So we get to sack the food. Ping it. Go digging. Take a cat. I mean, I think this is fine. So we get rid of the Terror of the Peaks. Opponent goes to 14. Cauldron Familiar. The band card has arrived, so now we gotta be winning. We got our band card. Oh. Alright, that worked. I mean, we're not in the worst of shape, I wouldn't think. No, we're not. We're kind of going back and forth during the matches. So he's not muted. Just hasn't said anything at the moment. Why aren't you killing me yet, Crim?
Because I may or may not have a few things in my hand that are
a little expensive.
A little expensive, but I mean, it may or may not have relied on the Cobra. Don't worry about it. It may or may not have to do with the Cobra.
Yeah, I figured we should probably kill that. That's one thing I've learned from Zendikar Rising Standard. If you can kill the Cobra, you gotta kill the Cobra.
Yeah, killing the Cobra was pretty key here. It actually slowed me down by like 2 turns.
The problem is you're getting up to the 7-8 mana range, so this is where scary things can start happening.
Oh yeah, this is exactly where I want to be mana wise right now.
All right, Mayhem Devil number 2. Priest of Forgotten Gods. You gotta bolt the bird, stomp the snake. I think is the 2020 version. Uh-oh.
Let's get you to use your mana.
I did have other plans for that, Crim.
I'm sure you did it. There's a reason why I went for that.
All right, get it, hit ya. Oh boy, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. Oh, this is the turd. This is the turd. All right, take it easy on me, Crim.
You know exactly what's happening.
Oh,
look, it's Ugin.
Oh, hooray! Hooray for Ugin. All right. Well, let's see what we do with it, I guess. Ah, Ugin. Ugin. Is there any way we get out of this? So we can sack the cat, ping ya, sack the Mayhem Devil.
At me? Why? But why me?
I've never beaten the Ugin anyway. It's just I don't think I've ever beat a Ugin in my entire life.
Maybe you should play the Ugins.
I'm not a dirty Ugin player though, Crim.
I mean, neither am I. This may look bad, but normally I'm not, unless it's like Fate Reforged Standard, where I played like 2 copies in a black deck, and that's it.
Do you ever play it in your Grixis piles in Current Standard, or is it too expensive if you're not like ramping?
It's pretty ridiculous to like for 8 mana for in a non-ramp deck. I think I tried it in my Super Friends deck, but as a singleton. Uh-oh.
That's what we got. Can your Ugin beat a 1/2?
Maybe not Ugin.
Ugin. Ugin is the ender of all fun, and it's happening in the bad bracket just like it happens in Standard.
I wonder what's going to happen here. What?
Yeah, surprise! It's a witch's oven.
Where are my fetch lands? It's everybody's favorite, Flubber.
Oh no! If you start gaining life, then my only plan is not a plan anymore. Oh, Omnath's so busted.
I don't even. That's how good Omnath is. I don't even need the other, like the rest of the stuff right now. I just want the life gain, and that's it. Everything else is just very nice, but
yeah, that's a lot of Cauldron Familiar ETBs now. Oh, hoisted by the CMC.
I mean, at least the cat is adorable.
I was considering scooping. I think I'm not going to yet. I'm still at 23. I mean, I think my odds are like in the 1% range, but that's still a percent.
Well, all right. Well, maybe you'll concede now.
Are you gonna Genesis Ultimatum me? Oh boy. Okay, the concede might be. Yeah, Citadel could. That would give us hope.
Hold.
Because we can
Let
block
me play
sack,
this first.
do annoying. We can do annoying cat stuff. So it's not like we're super close to being dead, but well, I mean, unless Crim combos. This is the third matchup. We have a bracket up.
May as well clear the way. Unless, of course, you want to sack it and then reanimate it and then block again.
I forgot how annoying Cauldron Familiar can be. It's just you can't kill it. It's so hard to kill.
Yeah.
It is
it
like
kind of keeps going.
we're losing, but technically this Cauldron Familiar is stonewalling Ugin, so
Yeah. As long as I don't get to ultimate Ugin, I think we'll be okay, right?
all right. So we're down to 19. Well, 1, 2, 3. Draw a card.
What is this?
We need Cauldron Familiar. We need a.
Right.
I misspoke.
That makes sense.
I misspoke and Moto listened. Not Cauldron Familiar. Bolus's Citadel. Aww.
No cat. No more cat.
I don't even know. Like, okay, we're gonna keep trying. We're not dead yet. We do another.
These darn cats.
All right. Ultimatum us, Crim. Ultimatum us. Oh, I knew it was coming at some point. How bad is it? The only reason we're staying alive is I feel like if we top deck Bolus's Citadel, we have a shot. Wow, that could have been worse.
Yeah, we hit a lot of lands on that one.
We're staying in it just for Bolus's Citadel. I mean, we claim the priest, but we don't even have enough creatures to sacrifice at the moment. So it would just be like a 1/2 attacker.
Whenever the fourth land enters the battlefield, but it doesn't. Does it start over again? I don't think it
doesn't.
Again.
No, it doesn't. Thankfully. Oh, that would be so busted.
Weak.
Chat says I should try to deck you. That's my game plan here. Just cat long enough till you Genesis ultimatum yourself to death.
I don't even have enough room on my board anymore. My Ugin has now fallen off. I don't actually know how many counters it has. Hold on. It's at 10.
Yeah, that's ultimate next turn. So the reason I'm staying in this game, Crim, is I think my one shot is to draw Bolus's Citadel. So if I don't draw Bolus's Citadel this turn and you can ultimate Ugin, then I will concede.
We'll see.
All right, we take it down to 11. Well, spin the wheel.
Would you like to bring back the cat in the hat?
I'm a little worried after last time that you might have another Spikefield hazard.
Spikefield hazard stops the problematic cat, so I'm kind of on board with that.
I think I'm gonna wait until I untap my Witch's Oven.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Oh, I just keep drawing cats.
Well, you keep blocking.
All right, so
like, am I gonna kill my Ugin off? You know?
Yeah, I mean that maybe. So let's see. We do. Oh, actually, this is kind of cool. I don't think it matters, but so we get back Cauldron Familiar. Gain a life up to 10.
Yup.
We play Priest of Forgotten Gods.
Yup.
Claim the firstborn. Crim, don't Spikefield hazard me. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Wait a minute here. Okay. I gotta counter that so you don't interrupt my Ugin.
Oh, yeah, that does it. Good game,
Could you,
good game.
you could choose to sack your 2 cats, or you could attack to offset for a turn. I just want to get my turn going now, so...
Yeah, I don't think I have any realistic way of winning this game, so we will scoop it up. I was just staying around hoping to draw Bolus to Citadel, and I thought maybe I could chain stuff together, but couldn't find it. What are we getting putted for this time? If it was that we should have played the Shockland untapped, I don't think that's true. I don't think we shock ourselves to play around Mystical Dispute. I don't think that's a pun, personally. Like, especially since that line isn't that, like, it's cute, but it's not super impactful. So we get Agonizing Remorses. Number 1. Noxious Grasp seems very good. Lava Coil seems decent. Bolas's Citadel might be necessary. Wow, it's a pile of stuff. We'll go down to Claim the First boards. We'll go down... Maybe... Is Priest bad?
Yeah, after playing that matchup, by the way, it feels like the cat deck is very, very, very fair.
It is probably the fairest deck in our entire thing. Like, after playing Temur Energy last round, which I thought was really fair, Cat feels fair compared to that, even.
Would you say that Temur Energy felt like more powerful than Cat?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I think it has more powerful creatures. Like, the Cat deck doesn't really have Glorybringers and Bristling Hydras. Although, like, you can do some sweet synergies. Like, the Mayhem Devil, like, combo kill stuff, I think might be more powerful than what Temur Energy can do. But as far as just, like, creatures, I think Temur Energy probably has better creatures.
Right, because I think Temur Energy could just literally get chump blocked by the Cat, though, all day long, right? Like,
Yeah.
block,
Yes.
sack, block, sack, block, sack.
And I think that's part of the problem is, like, your deck doesn't really care about that. Your deck doesn't really need to attack. So if I was playing against Temur Energy, my deck would probably feel really good because I could do that. But your deck just, you don't really got to beat down with your Lotus Cobras or Omnath or whatever.
Yeah, it's just as simple as, all right, well, cool. Just stick my creature. And, like, the nice thing is that most are, like, the creatures in the deck also get around Claim the Firstborn. So that's pretty nice.
Let's do some trimming. Maybe even kind of Cauldron Familiar. Like, I think we're all in on Bolas's Citadel. Like, I think Bolas's Citadel is how we can potentially win. Ugh. Yeah, all right, something like that. Ugh. Ugh, here we go. I think it's all Bolas's Citadel. I don't think we have another realistic shot in this matchup. Bolas's Citadel or bust. I mean, we have Agonizing Remorse. So we have Discard. And that actually hits Omnath. Yeah, we have Agonizing Remorse.
I'm going to mulligan this hand. There's all my Ugins and Omnaths and Ultimatums in one land.
I have the opposite problem. I have a single non-land and 6 lands.
Is the single non-land good? Is it an oven? You can keep it?
Oh, not good enough. I'm in a mulligan too. Okay, this is fine. I think we're gonna put Cat to the bottom. I think we might regret that, but I think that's right. Yes. So the stream replay will go on the replay YouTube. Like tomorrow it should be, and then I'm also hoping once.
All right, let's see how this plays out this time.
I'm also hoping after the entire first round
starting
is
off
done,
with Goose seems good.
To edit it down and put it on the main channel, in some form. Yeah, Goose is not a bad start, especially on 6.
Yeah, and like now you get to play like a 3-drop or something like that. Like what do you got? You got like Mayhem Devil for me?
I wish. This is actually this isn't bad though. We will sack our food. And Agonizing Remorse?
Oh!
Oh, okay.
That's really good. That actually like totally dunks on the whole reason why I kept his hand.
Yeah, that gets rid of the Uro forever, which is actually a pretty huge deal. That worked out very well.
Oh, that's so bad for me.
All right, there's
oh,
hope.
Please, let me just draw another one.
I mean, Crim doesn't have anything going on for many turns now. You don't have much going on for many turns at the moment.
Yes. Yes.
Trail of Crumbs. Get a food. Oh. Well, that was actually my big plan, so now we both do nothing for a while.
You take away my toys, Seth. I guess I gotta take away yours.
Yeah, the funny thing is, Uro's
attack to send a message.
Uro's not that big of a deal. Oh, this is a missed opportunity. I should have. Acidic, welcome to the Fishbowl. First time sub, thank you for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, let's see what we draw. Well, I like Castle Lochwain. If we're going to draw land, Castle Lochwain is the land we want. Another Uro? Oh,
I mean,
boo.
Ooh, look who's here.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, that's really bad for me.
Everybody's favorite.
Well, all right, draw a card.
Oh, I thought you were gonna exile this somehow. I'm like, no, please.
Oh, I wish. No, not that good. We're just gonna spend a bunch of life to draw a single card.
A good deal, ish.
We didn't have a food. Trail was gonna make a food when it entered the battlefield, but well, Overgrown Tomb tapped.
I mean, if you don't have anything for the first few turns, you're telling me you've got a bolus to Citadel.
Yeah, of course. Actually, no, I mean, well, remember Trail of Crumbs and Gilded Goose. That was kind of I was not expecting the wilt, so that kind of ruined my plans a little bit. I was expecting to draw many cards with that combo. All right. Oh, next turn is the turn. Well, we are going to spend a bunch of life. We gotta at least more lands. That's not gonna do it. Oh!
All right, deck, please, at any point, if you want to give me some lands.
I've got the opposite problem. You can have some of mine if you want.
You know, I'd like to take you up on that offer.
All right. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Ugh. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Does Crim get to Genesis Ultimatum? Not yet.
A land, kinda. I'll take it.
Yeah, you're getting close to the Genesis Ultimatum.
I need one more blue and one more green. I guess, like, with the Evolving Wilds and seeing that I had the Ultimatum in hand, I probably should have played to fetching my mana for that, but I was preparing for an Omnath.
Oh, we're just drawing so many lands. We might be flooding out a little bit now. Yeah.
I mean, I'm very curious what you have. There's no way you just have all lands, right?
I need an ultimatum. I could use. We need a Jund ultimatum. I'd be in business.
They do. They have one. It's not very good. I don't know what. Like, I forgot what it does actually.
Yeah, I don't remember
being so bad.
Yeah, I don't remember what the Jund one does. It might be blow up 3 permanents, which wouldn't be that bad.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, blowing up 3 lands is where you want to be. So
Triple Vindicate, that's a card.
Oh, that's awkward.
Ultimatum turn yet? Cool. All right, that's not a land.
If you want to kill that, feel free.
I gotta help you. I gotta increase the number of Uro cards in your graveyard for you. Get you to that escape. Maximum
Currently,
Taco.
that's what I'm asking for.
Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Witch's Oven. That's still not very good. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. At least it's not a land.
Now you deploy the cat?
Nope. Still lands.
No way!
We have drawn so many lands in a row. Yeah, we're getting to the cast Emrakul part of this game. Oh, did I miss a sub? Oh no. Oh, I got it. Maximum Taco.
Hello? It's me.
Oh dear, really, Crim? I thought we might avoid this for once. Ugh, what do I do? I'm at 9? That lightning bolt mode's gonna get me quick.
Well, Gilded
alright.
Goose kind of counters it, right?
Yeah, it can attack it down for 0.
Oh, no. You got the food.
The problem is I keep drawing lands, so I'm having to spend a ton of life to draw a Castle Lockqueen every turn. I'm taking like 4 a turn to do this. But I feel like I have no choice because I only have lands.
I noticed that. I was like, how did you lose so much health in like 3 turns? I've done nothing.
Alright. Saga.
Alright. You must have gotten something now, right?
A little bit more. Slightly. Not much,
Okay.
but a little.
Oh, double oven. That's pretty good.
If I had a cat, it would be pretty good. But I mean, I guess
what
it's
else?
still fine-ish. This is
Well, that's awkward.
broken band decks in standard. The band bracket. Well, actually, we can't let this ultimate.
What are you gonna do here, Seth?
I think I have to sack the food first to keep Ugin off of ultimate for one more turn. I think is my hope. Oh my god.
Whoa, you didn't sack to food. Whoa, you didn't want food?
Yeah, I did, but I clicked too many times. I don't think any of this actually matters.
I think you might have just accidentally misclicked.
Yeah, that was definitely a misclick rather than an actual pun, but I don't think any of it really matters. Yeah, there's just Jesus, matchup's so bad. All right. So, by the way, Acidic Astero with a whole bunch of gift subs. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much to Temurgel, Pengy, Wootburger, Nick, and Gingraf. Welcome, y'all. Thank you.
All right, down to 6 here. Another oven?
I'm finding all the ovens.
These have been insanely unlucky draws. Oh.
I found the cat finally, but I think it's too little too late. I will let you ultimate your Ugin, though, if you want to. Chat was mad last time that I didn't let you, so.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah. I mean, I think we're super
You
dead.
will like what you're about to see, then. Ugin's going to die.
We haven't been able to do anything. Like, we just drew so many lands.
I swear, if this is where you get me, I don't know, some kind of stifle effect, I'm going to be amazed. But yeah.
Stifle. Jun Stifle. Hey, good night, Nigo Jidu. So, Crim, Ultimate's Ugin. Gain 7 life, draw 7 cards, put 7 impermanents into play, which includes, oh my god, another one, another Ugin. Oh dear God. Sure, that's fine. That's fine. This deck is fine. Hey, what's up, awesome dude? Good to see you.
Seems balanced. All right.
Yeah. That's fair and balanced magic.
How have I hit like the most awful cards?
I mean, you've hit a lot of them though.
These hits have been so underwhelming though. At the same time.
I think I still almost have as many lands as you somehow. No, there's one more match tonight. One more match. Luca Fires versus Bant Ramp. That's our final round of the night.
I guess I pass, right? Okay, it's like displaying the lands all weird. I gotta change my settings on my screen because it's like my board is so wide right now.
I mean, I think I'm just gonna end up conceding here. Like, there's no. Oh my god, another land too. Yeah, I'm just gonna concede. There's no way. No possible way. Hi,
Yeah,
hi, hi.
that felt disgusting, right? Like, I mean, but that's also because like Cat just doesn't do enough early in the game.
Wow, we're gonna
I if Cat just did a little
so
bit
many
more, it wasn't
lands.
because it's not aggressive enough, and the life gain that Omnath and the whole deck has built in is ridiculous, right?
Yeah. So the biggest
Like
thing.
between the life gain, the 50 things that I'm doing in a turn, like oh, kind of gross.
Yeah, that was a 2-0. Yeah. So I think this matchup didn't even feel a little bit close, honestly. Like, could I win sometimes? I'm sure it's possible if we played a bunch of matchups. Get like the double Mayhem Devil, sacrifice all your stuff, hit a Bolas's Citadel, not flit out. Like, I think my deck did run pretty poorly this game, but I still think, oh man, your deck is just so much more powerful than mine. You have so much more power, so much ramp. My deck has these cute synergies, which are really good in certain matchups. They're not good in this matchup, though. Cauldron Familiar doesn't really do anything. You have enough life gain between Uro and Omnath that you're not in that much danger of getting burnt out by Mayhem Devils. And all on it, like, I guess kind of it could happen, but we saw that in the first game where I got you to like 7. And it was like, oh, play a Omnath, play a land, go back up to 11. I'm like, oh, that kind of just does it. I think the biggest thing I want to ask you, Crim, now we saw how this played out, do you actually think that Cauldron Familiar, for power level reasons, does it actually need to be banned in Zendikar Rising Standard? Like, I know there's an argument for it just being obnoxious to play against, especially like on Arena, on Magic Online, all the clicking, all that stuff. But after seeing like how much of a blowout this was, do you think it would even be relevant as far as power level?
As far as power level goes, no. It'll be a like I guess like a mid level deck, but like I don't think it'd be anywhere near the level of this ramp deck. Now, I think that also just might be kind of also like telling you how powerful this ramp deck is too, right? Like if the cat oven deck is just whatever, you know what I mean? Like you don't even think like you don't even have to acknowledge its most powerful engine. That tells you how powerful this deck is.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's true, and that deck is incredibly powerful, and it's still very powerful. We've still seen it like being arguably the best deck in Standard, or I would say clearly the best deck in Standard, even after Uro getting banned. So that just shows how powerful it is. Like you lost one of your best cards, and it's still the best deck in Standard. Meanwhile, the Sacrifice deck isn't really a thing anymore. I mean, I know there was some rotation stuff too that hit it with like Mayhem Devil leaving, but it doesn't really exist, even though there's still a decent amount of pieces. So yeah, that one played out basically how I thought it would. Just a big power level differential. Maybe if the matchup was different, I do feel like probably a bad matchup for Cauldron. Like if Cauldron got matched up against another like mid-rangey creature deck, it probably would have performed really, really well. But in that matchup, it's not a matchup for Cat to shine really.
Yeah, where in a matchup where like Cat's ability to make it so combat is pretty much like irrelevant. Uh, like that's why Cat's powerful. This deck doesn't care about the combat steps, so
Yeah. All right, so we have one more matchup tonight to finish our first half of the first round of our band bracket. We are moving on. Let me pull up the bracket real quick. We are moving on to our last match of the night. So we have Simic Food through 2-1 over Blue White Flash. Winoda through 2-1 over Temur Energy. So this matchup, 1 seed versus 8 seed, will be coming in the future. Simic Food versus Winoda. We have 4-color Omnath through to find out the last deck from tonight making it through to our top 8. We have Luca Fires, the deck that got Fires and also to some extent Agent of Treachery banned, versus Bant Ramp, a deck that got Growth Spiral banned, also has Uro banned, also has Teferi banned. There are many, many banned cards in my deck as well. This matchup, this should be interesting. This one might be a grind. This is two very like go big, rampy, haymakery decks going at each other. Crim, do you have any sense of this matchup? This was an actual real matchup at the top of Standard not that long ago. Do you have any idea who's favored in this one?
kind of 50-50, right? I would say if I have the ridiculous starts where I guess it could be slightly more favored in the Luca deck's favor, because if I'm able to steal all your lands and your setup early, it's going to be hard for you to come back from that, right? Like if I resolve a 3 fairy, I don't know if you play like counter spells in the main. I know my deck does. If you resolve a Teferi, it'll be kind of a problematic thing. Or at least I have flash stuff. You know what I mean? So like, if we can, whoever shuts off the counter spells and starts playing single player mode, it's going to be in their favor.
Yeah, so I do have some counter spells too. I definitely am a little nervous. I think according to our seedings, Luca Fires was a 5 seed, Bat Ramp was a 12 seed. So I had Luca Fires as a higher seeded deck. This is another matchup we talked about in like kind of Winota a little bit too in the last matchup too with Omnath versus Shunned Sacrifice. You do have the deck that has potentially the free win mode. My deck is really powerful. Like, I played the Bant Ramp deck a decent amount. The deck has just a ton of incredibly powerful cards. This is a deck I played against Richard and kind of smacked him playing Modern Jund with this list. So,
you broke his Jund spirit. How
yeah.
could you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Richard sold his collection after that day.
So I know the deck is good, but I am a little worried about just like stealing all the lands on turn 4 with Agent of Treachery. If that happens, I don't know. But if we get into like, if I can avoid that and keep the Luca off the table and play like a fair game, I think Bant Ramp does have the power to go toe to toe with the Luca deck.
Like, I think, like, I don't know which version yours is, but if you play the version that has the little legendary creature that
Joriel. There are 2 Joriels in this deck, so it is that version, yeah.
If it is that version, then you can probably go, like, you can try to get under me with that, thus making it so, like, when I get an agent or something like that, it also just doesn't matter, because you'll have so many things on board.
Bant aggro, so I should play it like an aggro.
Yeah,
and I'm mostly happy because this gives us a nice wrap up to our day. I got another Nissa deck, so that's what I'm mostly hoping for is just maybe like turn 3 in Nissa, beat you down. so we started with Nissa, we end with Nissa. Luca Fires Bat Ramp. Crim, are you ready for our final match of the band bracket tonight?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Yeah. Also a thing to note is that for those that don't know, we actually, I don't know if we have a way to do it, but we didn't at least. But Yorion is post nerf, so I am going to have to pay 3 to get it. It's not just like I can pay 5 and get a Yorion.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no way to make your own rules on either Magic Online or Magic Arena. So that is a slight nerf to the Luca Fire stack. Hopefully it won't be a huge deal. But yeah, it is a little bit worse than it was in Standard. But sadly, there was just no way around that because of how Magic Online and Magic Arena work. So slight disadvantage for Crim, but hopefully I think your deck is still so good. I feel less troubled about it with this deck than I would with something like the Loris decks or like Garuda or something like that, where you're really dependent on it. Your deck is still really good, even with Yorion being a little bit slower, I think.
Correct.
All right, I'm going to send you to the challenge, and here we go. Chat, let us know. What do you think? Oh, so basically, yeah, we have the nerfed companion rule. Part of the time that when Luca Fires was really good, actually, because the ban list happened at the same time, is before they changed the companion rule where you had to pay 3 and put it in your hand. So that's when you could just play your Yorion for 5. So that does nerf the companions a little bit, but there isn't really a way around it, unfortunately. So I don't know. What do you think, chat? Who's gonna win this one? Bant Ramp, Luca Fires. Yeah, pre-companion nerf. That all happened in the same ban list, right? I think it was Fires, Agent, and Companion nerf all one ban list.
Let's see how this plays out.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was our longest match of the night. I mean, there's a chance you close it out quickly, but I think there's also a chance that this ends up being an hour-long grind.
Yeah. I think this will be a good one. I mean, it'll be definitely a grindy one.
I mean, I think we keep this. I think this is fine. I mean, there's a chance we get mana screwed and lose, but...
On the draw? Oh.
Oh, poor Crim. You have a companion, though, and I don't, so... Alright, we do need to hit a land, but this hand's good. This hand's good. Agent is definitely a concern. Okay, that's a land. Well, tap land. Go. Teferi seems really good against Crim's deck too, and we have Uros for days. Steam vents. Untap mana pass. So your deck was in the Dovin Veto main deck era, maybe. I could see that. Well, you can't veto an Uro.
That does get around any counter magic this deck would play main deck.
Ugh. Sadly, did missing extra land to put into play, which is awkward. So is this a weekly thing?
No land to play, really.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. A smidge. So yeah, I wanted to see what the response was before figuring out how we're gonna go forward. I believe it seems like people have been enjoying it. I think most likely we will probably do either weekly or bi-weekly to finish up this bracket, and then if it's something that people like, we have the oh no, oh boy, this is very awkward for a deck with so many lands.
Wait, did you miss a land drop?
Well, maybe.
Ah, all right. Let's. It's depending on this Uro.
Yes is the answer.
That is always awkward.
Ooh. Our deck has 28, 29 lands, something like
Well,
this.
it's okay. At least you know you won't be dying from this wall anytime soon.
Yeah, I'll be dying to the fires in Luca that are coming. Oh, Crim.
You know what I know about you, Seth? I know you like to draw cards. That I do know.
That is true, and now I can't, Crim.
You know who doesn't like you drawing cards?
that would be Narset. Yeah, I think this one.
I did find the fires.
Oh, we're in such bad shape now. Oh, this is so awkward. Yeah, all right. Well,
missed another. How many lands do you play? Don't you play like 30 some lands?
I think it's close to that. I think it's minimum. It's 28 or 29, and it might be 30. So my deck is like half lands, but just not finding them this game.
Opening hand like Uro, and like lands.
Yeah.
Or I guess yeah. You obviously don't tell me all the cards in your hand, but like,
yeah,
it had to have been something like that.
Yeah, it was something like that, and I figured, oh, like my Uros will get me there, but they didn't this time.
In a deck that's mostly lands, that's just unlucky.
Well, I'm a little nervous about where we're at now. You got 8 cards in hand still. You got a Narset. We know you got a Fires. You're going up to 9 cards in hand. Well, remember there's a Narset, so if we're gonna try to cantrip anything, we're gonna have to do it during Crim's turn if we want to draw a card off of it.
Huh. Huh. Do I play this into counter magic? Am I going to do that? Am I that person?
Well, you know that I don't have lands in hand, so.
Yeah, I know that. So I'm probably going to play this so I don't discard.
All right, Omen of the Sea.
Now it's your turn.
I got to figure out how to catch up in lands. I don't know if I can. Well, let's try this.
Also, seeing you discard a Teferi kind of hurts me, but it's fine.
I mean, yeah, Shark Time.
No!
And I get to draw a card because it's your turn. Oh my god, that card is a land. Alright, well, can we take down this Narset?
So you're going to hit me, right?
Yes, going down to 21.
Whoa, wait, what? I thought you said you were going to hit me.
Oh, I was just joking. Oh, all right.
Seth, fine.
Okay, so we're only 1 land behind, which you're 2 now, which could be worse, I guess, sort of, somehow. I mean, the Shark was good. Getting rid of the Narset is big. And our hand it's super powerful. Like, our hand is really strong.
Like, here's the question. I mean, at some point, you're going to have to tap out.
That's what you think.
At some point, you're gonna have to tap out.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Not like this deck.
No land again. Okay.
Well, we might have reached the point where we have to tap out because we're just. Oh, jeez, this is so bad. Oh, you're gonna love this, Crim. I guess I'm gonna pass again. I'm getting further and further behind though because we just can't hit lands this game. Well, take one.
Wait, how are you ahead in this race right now? Oh, right, Uro.
Yeah, we had a couple of arrows, and then just for you, Crim, we'll discard. I was scrying. Sure.
Ooh.
I mean, Crim has counters too, so the odds of us resolving to fairy are really low, and then that clears the way for
Good old top.
That's not what you want to see. I discarded an Issa for you, Crim. If that makes
Thank
you
you. See,
feel better.
We feel a little bit better.
The problem
But
is,
how do you feel about these two 1/1s getting in for damage? You got to tap out and answer it, right?
I mean, in 11 turns, yes, 10 turns, but I can let it go a little bit. Yeah, I feel so. The problem is, chat. If we tap out or tap down for Teferi, then we just clear the way for Crim to essentially win the game.
I don't know if you play it, but I'm gonna find out.
How do you feel about Ether Gust?
Yeah. Fine. How do you feel about this one? It's getting countered, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think we want that going on either.
At some point, you will tap out. I know it.
Oh my god! At some point, I'm starting to feel like I'm just like super unlucky here. Like, how come
I mean,
we
that's
not have hit
apparent.
a land?
Did you export the lands in with the list?
Maybe I forgot to put lands. This is okay. Ugh, this is so desperate, but I think we got to do it. Oh wait, I mistapping. Hang on.
Representing the dispute. I like it. Oh.
Can we
Wait, why not leave up a blue?
Can we hit a land? Oh. Jeez. We hit a land.
That's unfortunate.
All right, Crim.
That's so unfortunate.
All right, we finally found one. Oh. No lands. Yeah, this one's super over. I mean, we are like a 20. We'll look at it in sideboarding, which is coming soon. All right, we're going to game 2. Oh yeah, that's tough. Being if there's one thing I know about control-ish mirrors and also ramp mirrors, it's you definitely don't want to be the person that's missing land drops.
Yeah, like Agent of Treachery there not only makes you go like it's like LD for you, but it also ramps me. So like that's pretty gross.
Yeah, that was just not great running. Yeah, we are 29 lands. We're a 29 land deck, so hitting 4 and like 20 cards is pretty below the
That was just super unlucky. I mean, I think we can all agree there. That was just ridiculously unlucky for you.
All right, sideboarding. Well, we probably don't want Shatter the Skies. We want all of our counters. Crosses is good. Joriel seems fine. Brazen Borrower. I guess we can maybe cut Brazen. Like, what can we cut? I mean, last game we didn't really get to see the deck do anything just because we didn't have lands. Like, this deck wants to be not just making land drops, but making.
Is this where the counterspell wars are going to start happening now, Seth?
That seems likely. I think this is going to get a lot more A lot more counter heavy after sideboarding.
Unless one of us resolves a Teferi. Then there will not be any counter spells from one party.
Like, Elspeth Conqueror's Death does get rid of fires. We can go down Brazen Borrower, maybe. I guess we can trim this. Maybe we don't discontinuity. I think it's funny, but... And it probably isn't bad. It can, like, exile a fires or something. Yeah, Crim is on Luca. Alright. Alright, game 2. Here we go. Can we hit our land drops? I just don't know what else to cut is the problem. Or I would discontinuity, just because I think it's sweet. Alright. Do we draw lands? Alright. Well, we kind of have lands, but we need blue mana.
Alright, I'm keeping the 7. Let's see if you get a better hand this time around. Like, that was just really unlucky. I can't believe you did not hit enough lands.
I think all of that. Hopefully this hand is better. I have some lands, which is good. Hopefully it works out.
Turns out having lands is good.
I think that oh no. That's not great. I think that Joriel's actually really good in this matchup. We do need to hit blue mana, but I think that Joriel is a reason to keep this hand. Especially after sideboarding, when this becomes a lot more about counter spells. I feel like this is one of our best cards in this matchup. Alright, there's our blue mana.
Would be a shame if you tapped out for Teferi this turn.
I wish I could, but I will tap out for. I will tap down for something for you.
Oh, not that.
So we get to Uro.
This is like the start you'd want, though, right? Joriel on 2. Like, just get your clock going because you know I'm gonna take a while to wind up.
Yeah, I actually think that Joriel's probably one of my better cards, especially after sideboarding when we bring in a bunch of counter spells in this matchup. So I was pretty happy. My hand was risky though. It had lands, but it had no blue mana. So that was the risk with the hand. Like I had Joriel, but I didn't necessarily have a way to cast my blue cards. Not the most ferocious looking cat.
2/2 wolf? Wow.
And we still got to leave this up. Now we might be in decent shape. I like where we're at now. I like where we're at. Pote it. Lad.
Tap land, pass.
We untap. How do you feel about an instant replay, Crim?
I'd prefer that you don't.
I think if this gets countered, we let it go.
An awkward one, isn't it? That is an awkward one.
Ooh. Uro's such a hard card to counter, especially in escape mode. It's just so tough.
I think there's no point in countering, right? He just comes back at some point.
I mean, Joriel's going to town. It's giving us hope.
0-4 wall coming in hot here.
Alright. Crim gained some life. I mean, this is going much better. We've hit our blue mana. We're ahead on mana. We're the ramp deck that has the mana this time, which is sweet.
Unfortunately, there's this standoff where I know you have like counter spells in your hand.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty awkward. I'm feeling thankful that I'm the one ahead on board at the moment.
Yeah. Oh.
Maybe my cats will get there eventually. I mean,
you didn't want to activate? That'd show me what's up.
I kind of like leaving mana up, just in case. I gotta bluff these counters. I think we're in good shape in this one. I think we're in real good shape at the moment because Crim's the one that's gonna have to. Gonna have to do things.
And how does Seth feel about that one?
Uh, not great.
All right. All right. Respectable. Respectable. I guess that Dovin's veto will resolve as if I have something to say about it.
Yeah, Dovin's veto is like the best negate to have in hand and control matchups. It feels so good to know that your opponent can't mess with it.
Uh,
Well, beat him down. Go,
See,
go,
every time you
Cats.
spend a card, though, your army gets weaker.
Oh, I know, but my Uros in the graveyard get closer since they're fabled passages. Yeah, Nissa
All
would
right.
be great.
So what do I do now?
Concede?
Well, that's on the roadmap, sure. Again?
Ugh. This one's tougher.
What do you
Actually,
mean?
it's not that much tougher. Sure, you can nurse that. I think this is fine. Because then we can just Blast Zone, Fabled Passage, get back Uro. That seems ideal. Oh,
Well,
Crim also in
well.
the veto realm.
Well, awkward. You now know about it, so that makes it less interesting.
After being Mana Secured last game, I feel like I have enough lands this game I can actually start sacking them.
Let's find out. Oh, so it's like that now. Okay, don't even care anymore. You've got so many lands. You've changed, Seth, in a whole game. Ever since you started drawing lands, you've changed.
I like drawing cards, Crim. I like drawing cards. You know that.
That I do know. That I do know.
All right. We untap. Ooh. Ooh, interesting. Well, let's go to combat.
Right.
That's a good draw. That's a very good draw. I would love playing Commander with you. Are you going to let me draw cards, Elif?
No pump on the team, all right?
I have other plans this turn.
Do they involve Teferi?
Perhaps.
Okay. Does it involve a second Teferi?
No second Teferi. You can have it. I figured I should probably. I wasn't sure if you're gonna counter it just because you love Teferi so much. So I thought maybe you're like just irrational love of Teferi. You'd be like, I gotta let that resolve, but it didn't. It didn't work.
What do you think about that?
Still not a fan.
It's moderately rude.
Teferi would be really good for either one of us. Crim is on the Luca Fires deck.
All right, then. Your turn, Seth. Seth,
I feel like
Seth.
I'm getting close to, like, the cats are slowly getting there. Sort of.
You could pump your team.
That's so much tapping of mana. What do we do here? Yeah, Earl would be great.
Oh, no. Is that 5 mana? Did I see 5 mana? And 2 of it was green?
Oh, just 4. Just 4, no worries. Just an Euro. Just an Euro, not a Nissa.
Huh.
You know you want to let it resolve. I can hear it in your voice.
I don't. I don't. Okay.
Well, keep on attacking. Down to 6. We're kind of getting there.
All right.
This is where things can go
That,
bad, though.
I guess, isn't the worst thing.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to hear.
All right. Let's cast this first.
Interesting. Okay, sure. All right. So we're both
All right.
we're both
Go
running
ahead,
low on
Seth.
cards.
I know what you have on top of your deck.
It's still in a row.
That's still going to resolve.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, I guess back to you. Oh. Hey, what's up, crazy man? How are you? We're still live. We're in our
All
last
right, that's
round.
another land, but okay. Huh.
Last round of the night in the band
Back
bracket.
to you, Seth.
Now we're in full like control lockdown mode at the moment. Grow spiral.
Yeah. If it's there's only a few cards I'm looking to counter, and you know exactly which ones they are.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what this is? You have 2 cards. You have no creatures on the battlefield. Well, I guess you have Castlear and Veil that can make a creature. Oh, what do we do? What do we do? I'm so nervous to tap out.
You gotta tap out, right?
I mean, yeah, probably. How do you feel about
okay. Okay, well, if you're tapping out for that, I think you're okay.
How do you feel about a Hydroid Crosses?
I guess I have to feel happy about it because that's gonna result.
It's also a 6/6, which is a good amount of power at the moment, I think.
Yes, a very convenient amount of health power there from considering my health.
Although, if it gets stolen by Agent of Treachery, that is something I would not like. Ooh, potentially lethal. Hey, what's up, Snapcaster? Good to see you. I think that Crim probably has another veto. Yeah. Well, we knew that was a possibility.
But that's actually not that bad.
No, it's not the end of the world. Especially since it means now you're the one who's tapped down. At least to some extent.
Can you start playing Are you gonna play non-creatures, or are you only gonna play creatures? Oh! Is this it?
All right,
It is!
there it is. You got it. You got another veto. No veto.
Nope.
Ooh, okay.
I've been running lands for days.
I always feel like you have a counter, Crim. That's one thing you have going for you as a control player. I think I've learned it from Commander Clash. Even if you don't have a counter, I just always put you on one. 100% of the time I expect it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I wish I did have a counter spell, but...
No, we'll untap this.
Here comes a bigger crisis.
Oh, I wish. Not that good.
Not that good, huh? Then what are you tapping now?
Just more Urrows for days.
Conveniently, 6 power is also what I need to kill that Nissa. If you'll allow me, of course.
How about an
You won't.
Ether Gust?
Oh, that's so good.
I think we're gonna choose top.
Yeah, that's so good.
And well, all right, Crim. I think it's your turn to draw something good if you can, or else you might be in trouble on this one. Land. Cycle. Wait. Oh, Yarion. Okay.
This is what I got.
I mean, that is pretty good. That is pretty good. This is all around.
Nissa, kind of all around. Unless, do you have another one? I'd prefer that you don't.
Ugh. Yeah, we are gonna put this on the YouTube. Definitely on the replay. I'm gonna figure out how to get it on the main channel
Never
as well.
did I think I would be the one that's having a Nissa. This is weird.
I was hoping you wouldn't be, but
I mean, you must have been
acidic.
prepared for that. I know you wouldn't have done that if you knew I had the Yorion. So I know you got something, Seth. Is it another Nissa? Oh
Yeah, it might be more Nissas.
no!
And then acidic, $5 donation. Thank you so much. Hey Seth, I know it's a little off topic. Could I send you my deck list for historic later? But trying to make Jung Young Pyromancer deck work. I would love your advice. Yeah, email it to me, please. Acidic. Saffron@mtggoldfish.com. I would love to take a look at it. Thank you. And definitely appreciate the donation. Yeah, maybe double Nissa would have been the right play.
I mean, I know you drew a crisis, so what you gonna do now?
Oh, that's the question. It's actually not as easy as I wish it was. I'm not sure what the right line is. I don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana.
I mean, you've got a lot of mana here.
I can make a pretty big crosses.
Yeah, you have 2, 4, what, 6? So you get, I guess you can make a 4/4 right now. Well, no, then you get 2 more mana after you untap, so that's like 8.
Yeah, I can make a 6/6. I don't know if that's worth it though. It would be so much better if I can do it next turn. Well, let's untap the land.
Uh-oh. At any point now, deck, I'll take something good.
How about an Uro?
Strong choice, okay. 2, 4, you have 5 mana, you have a 6th mana floating.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pass it to you, Crim.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, your go. Thankfully, you don't have forests, which does make your Nissa a little bit worse than mine. Yeah, the blue land is helpful though.
What am I gonna do? Ultimate and go look for more forests? That's not the best plan either.
Although it's getting to the point where Mystical Dispute's losing a lot of value because there's so much mana. Like, that's why, I mean, it's worth leaving up if we can, but it's unlikely to be great with the amount of mana that Crim has.
Surprise, I'd like to hit your Nissa.
Yeah, I saw that one coming. Can we close this out? All right, Crim's passing. I guess we don't have to. Just a band card, just a gross spiral.
You've got so many band cards right now.
This deck might have the most band cards out of all the lists we've played. Actually, come to think of it,
Right?
I think it's now officially Cross's time.
Oh. What is that? So that's 2, 4, 6. Oh my gosh. Mana doubling, huh? How about it?
Yeah, having twice as much mana is pretty good, I think. Decent, I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. Very good observation. An 8/8? That's it? Didn't
Yeah,
even notice.
just an 8/8. Alright, and then, and now I think we attack, and, Crim is not dead because he has Castle Iron Veil. I mean, it's still a good place to attack, but it's not lethal.
All right. Let that resolve. Sure. Can I do my thing now?
Yeah. Yeah, my chat was like, isn't he dead? But you have, you still got Castle Iron Veil over there. Silly token lands. I mean, it's still a really good attack. And I mean, we're still in really good shape. Great shape. Is this a huge shark? It is.
Yeah.
I wasn't really counting on that. That was a good one.
All right. So now, let's see. Do I block the blue? Like, I kind of want to block the land here and chump the Uro, but
The shark is good. The shark is good for Crim for sure. So land's gonna die. Uro's gonna die. Everything gets blocked.
yeah, I guess.
I guess we just do this before our land dies.
Do you have more counter magic? That'd be pretty rude if you did.
I mean, you don't want to cast anything, do you?
I kind of do. Those lands having vigilance is really a problem. Oh, man.
All right, your go. I don't think we want to tap.
Oh
I don't think we want to tap down. Since we drew this
do I
veto,
survive here?
I don't think we can tap down. If we didn't have the veto and it was just disputes, we would, but this is just so good protection for what our opponent can do. And we lost our blue mana in that attack, so yeah, Shark doesn't really matter, in all honesty. Especially with 2 removal spells in hand for next turn. And if Crim suicides everything into Nissa, that's kind of fine.
You better watch out, Seth. I'm about to ultimate.
Oh, I know. You're going to get so many forests.
I just don't know how I can stop this, because like this is what, only Nissa number 2, and you've got probably like 2 more in hand. Sure, I think that kills me.
Maybe, hopefully.
Yeah, that does kill him. Yeah,
if I get rid of a blocker. Okay. Oh.
Ah!
All right. Here we go. Wow, that was... Well, it goes better when you draw lands, I will say. It goes better when you draw lands, I think, Grim. I realized. I did much better when I had 10 lands than when I had 3.
Oh, yeah. That seems about right, yeah.
Yeah, that was a grind. On to our last round of the stream. Do we even want Ether Gus? Probably not. It gets fires, but that's... Well, it gets Luca. It is kind of good.
That was unfortunate. That first Nissa just kind of snowballed.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, we both have Planeswalkers that can kind of just run away with the game, I think. That game, it was my turn to have one.
Do I have a Planeswalker that runs away with the game? I guess, like,
Luca can, getting agents, I think, but...
Getting agents is obviously very nice, yeah.
Ugh. I don't know what we cut here. That's the hard part. We want all these cards. Ooh. Well, if Crim's playing Wraths, then Yoriel is a little less appealing. And he is playing Wraths. Alright, here we go. So this is our last round of the stream. Last round of the first half of the first round of our tournament.
I'll take the play, please, 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 please.
Yes, you can play first.
Oh,
All
I want
right.
literally have all the agents in my hand.
Mulligan time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this hand's not bad. This hand's not bad. It's not bad at all. Can we take down Luca Fires? Pull the upset. We haven't had many upsets as far as the seedings. I don't think we've
All
had any.
right. Not a terrible hand.
All right. All right. Not a bad. What do you go? 6?
Yeah. 6 on the play. I mean, this is a decent hand, depending on what I draw next.
Oh, we're going to need to draw lands again. We're going to need to draw lands still. Ooh. That's not bad. That should make sure you hit something you want.
Maybe. Okay, well, I know I don't want that.
Yeah, I'm pretty afraid of Crim playing it to Teferi here. We don't actually have an answer for that at the moment. And it looks like he, okay, does not have one.
Passing off to you.
Well, I guess we're passing it back. Why are we having, this is game 3. This is the last game. Why are we having such trouble? Why are we having such trouble hitting lands with a 29 land deck? Ugh, we have a million lands in this deck. We just can never find them.
Please, please, let me resolve this. Yes.
Yeah, that's definitely bad news. That actually, maybe that's just game.
I mean, it's pretty rough from here on out. But
Yeah.
you do have a shark next turn potentially, right? Because that does get around like any kind of counter magic.
Yeah, that's true.
This turn, if you would if that were any other land, I probably wouldn't attack with the shark because you could have made a 1/1 and killed my Teferi. But
Oh, this is going like game 1.
let's keep you low. Let's keep you low on cards.
Yeah, this is a repeat of game 1.
Oh no! Really?
Ugh. Yeah. 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 This is playing out even worse than game 1, honestly, because you have a Teferi this time, but I don't have lands. You have Teferis.
Teferi. I have a Teferi.
Well, unfortunately, I think we just have to cast things and yeah, and hope for the best. Oh, so bad, so bad. Yeah, we haven't seen a Luca yet, but this one's so over. Oh, brutal. Well, so far the higher seeds have held every time.
All right, this is gonna get a little rough here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I assume this game's just locked up, honestly.
And I'm gonna pass here.
Well, we finally started hitting our lands, but just way too late.
Yeah, that one turn of stumbling actually just snowballed super hardcore out of it, like for right now.
I mean, that's one thing that's been talked about a lot with all the band decks is how much Magic these days does snowball. And I don't know if anyone saw the article that Brad Nelson wrote, which was, it said almost exactly what you said. Like, if you miss one turn, like, the game just ends, and Magic didn't used to be like that. I thought it was a pretty interesting take. I think it was on his blog where he posted it or something, but I thought it was an interesting take on Standard in 2020.
But it's like true, right? I mean, like, I'm pretty sure we've all known about that by now, right? Like, we really can't afford to have like a turn off, or else it's just like game over.
Yep. Ugh. Even in drafts, it can feel like that. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. Well, it's possible we should have tried to focus on leaving up Dovin's veto earlier. We had a very awkward starting hand because we didn't have dual lands, and
And now we get in for one.
we didn't have any dual lands, which is super awkward. I mean, I guess we just keep casting stuff, and it keeps getting countered until we eventually give up. Yeah, I mean, what do you do? What do you do? I have not looked at the list yet, Doug. I definitely still will, but I haven't got to look at them yet. Ooh, the clock is increasing.
Yeah, I think now I like what we're doing.
Yeah. I think being the person that doesn't have a Teferi in this kind of matchup, you're just it's such a amazingly huge disadvantage.
Yeah, like that's single-handedly what's like winning me the game, right?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Because I'm sure you probably have a non-zero amount of counter magic in hand right now.
I do have several cards that I wouldn't mind casting at instant speed, but oh, we have the Planeswalker Tron assembled, and that means Luca, and Luca sacks a shark, gets agent. Uh, hmm.
And then I'm gonna definitely steal your land.
Steal the lands that we've already been missing. We're stacked. Yeah, I think we just well, I'll let you get the agent because people want to see it, and then I think it is concession time. Well, we saw the Luca, we saw the synergy that ended up getting the deck ban, but yeah, ugh, yeah, good
It
game.
definitely does not feel good, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that was a disappointing one because I actually feel like this is a pretty even matchup. I think Luca Fires might be favored a little bit, but game one just couldn't draw land for the life of me. That last game, I'm not sure. I had awkward mana, and I did have Dovin's veto in hand. Maybe I should have tried to manage my fabled passages differently to try to get up a Dovin's veto earlier. That might have been the better thing to do. But once the Teferi came down, then most of my hand was locked, and it just went poorly. I had a powerful hand, but I don't think I resolved any powerful cards because I couldn't really fight back with the Teferi out.
Yeah, like that was the one thing. Like, if I'm on the draw, I'd probably try to get veto up online as early as possible. Mostly just because all I have to do is wait till turn 4, where I can play Teferi plus hold up like Mystical Dispute, right? And that's my game plan. Because I had 2 disputes and like 2 vetoes and stuff like that. So I like the Teferi single-handedly won that game just by locking you out of your like all your counter spells.
Yeah. So I think maybe I should have played my fabled passages differently, but definitely didn't work out there. So anyway, I think that brings us to the end of our matches for today. Why didn't I veto Teferi? We didn't have the mana for veto, and Teferi was coming down. So what do we see today in the first match of the band bracket? Uh,
I believe so. The first band match was, I believe,
Simic Food, Blue White Flash.
Yeah.
And that one was a 2-1 win for Simic Food. We did see a good Blue White Flash game. The second game of that match was a pretty impressive performance, but in the end, Oko in fast mana just a little bit too much for the older deck to keep up with.
Yeah, I think with Blue White Flash, it's just since you don't have any real ways to deal with a Planeswalker, you know what I mean? Like it kind of felt bad. I just don't think that it was going to win. I mean, maybe I could have stolen a victory at that first one if I didn't punt the turn with Nissa, but like I still think it was pretty rough.
Yeah. So yeah, it was closer than you might think when you hear Oko, but yeah, I think Simic Food was definitely favored there. Then we had Winota versus Temur Energy, which was actually one of the closest and most interesting matches of probably the entire night. In the end, it was Winota sneaking it out, but it was super super close.
Yeah. I think I had only won that because of the top deck, right? Like I had a land in hand and that was it. So I top decked an Agent of Treachery. That matchup was actually a lot like it. It seems like on paper it gets blown out way more. I mean, that's because as you saw in the game 2 of that Winota match, you could just see the explosiveness of that deck. But the games where you have to play fair Magic, I think the energy deck was just better, right?
Yeah, although it still is, you still always have the Haymaker top decks, which are frightening as far as Agent of Treachery, which we saw to essentially steal the match at the end there, to grab the Glorybringer and steal the match. But I think that was one of the closest and more interesting matches of the night. Then we had 4-seed 4-color Omnath versus 13 seed Jund Sacrifice. And that one, that's just not even a match. I think out of all the decks on our list, I actually think the Sacrifice deck, in this meta at least, it can be very strong in like creature metas, but in a meta of the most broken decks of the last years of Standard, probably definitely deserving of its 13th seed. I think it's one of the least powerful decks in the field, I would say.
Would you say that you like that you like Mardu vehicles over the cat deck?
I think that Mardu vehicles probably would be more competitive in this field than the cat deck. I think so, because I think it just has a faster aggro clock. I think Smuggler's Copter and like Heart of Kirin, like maybe you can just aggro out some of the unfair decks, especially like we saw in that last match. Like Bant Ramp is really powerful, but sometimes you get stuck on 3 lands or whatever, and I think those are the kind of matchups where Mardu vehicles could take advantage of, when I don't think Jund Sacrifice has as much of that aggro gear to really punish the stumbling. It has a late game, but it really needs cat to be good, and I just don't think with like many of these decks, Winodas, Omnaths, Lukas, Bant Ramp, Temur Reclamation, Temur Marvel, like a lot of the decks in the field are not decks where chumping or being able to chump every turn with cat is just really that relevant, I don't think.
Yeah, like cat, as I said earlier, just feels like it's great in against a matchup where the combat step like really matters to the opponent. And like when you're able to blanket all the time, that makes it amazing. But yeah, most of these decks I feel like in this whole bracket don't care, right?
Yeah. And then our last round of the night, 5-seed Luca Fires taking down Bant Ramp in 3 games. That one, Teferi made its presence felt in game number 3. We got to see Nissa do its thing in game number 2. Game number 1, a little bit of mana problems from the Bant Ramp side. So I think overall what we saw is no upsets this week. The higher seeded deck that I expected when I made the bracket to win going into it, held serve. Every one of those decks won. We also, I guess we only had Temur Energy and Blue White Flash. We had 2 of the older banned decks in today in our first part of the first round. Neither of those made it through. I don't know if that'll be a trend. We'll have to see. We have a bunch more when we get to the second half of the bracket, when stuff like Copycat, Ramen Bruins, Temur Marvel, Green Black Delirium, Mardu Vehicles. We have 5 of the older decks next time. So it'll be interesting to see, because that was one of the things I was trying to watch out for. So far, it does feel like the newer decks do have more busted stuff than the old busted decks, but we'll see when we get to the second half of the first round, and we get to see a lot more of the older decks, because we only had a couple tonight.
Yeah, I think a deck that could potentially go pretty far is maybe Ramunap Red. Ramunap Red is the one that I feel like there's enough aggression there.
I actually told my stream chat before we started that was one of my sleeper pick. That was my sleeper pick, that I think people were sleeping on just how powerful Ramunap Red was as a mono red aggro deck, and it's really the only like true dedicated aggro deck in the field. We got a lot of combo, we got a lot of ramp, we got a lot of mid-range. I guess like Mardu Vehicles is aggro, but maybe not quite as much as Ramunap Red. So I actually think that that's a sleeper, and I think like we even saw with the Reclamation decks in Standard, one of the ways that they could get beat is like super aggressive decks, and the super aggressive red decks in our past Standard format didn't have like Ramunap Ruins for reach and some of the tools that Ramunap Red had. That was like maybe the best example of a mono red deck in the last few years of Standard. So I actually think there's a shot that it just like takes down Temur Rec, and then maybe just like runs the table against Blue White Controller Copycat and just kind of like rushes over these slower controlier combo decks by being just like super aggressive and having a bunch of reach.
Yeah, the one I do see being a little bit of a pickle might be Golos Field, but like,
yeah,
other than that, like from these other brackets, like not counting the ones that we play today, I feel like Ramen Bread's doing all right.
Yeah. So as far as next time, so this is where we're at with the bracket, and then we're gonna wrap things up for tonight. So next time we're gonna play the bottom half of the first round, which means we'll have Four Color Copycat versus Blue White Control. We'll have Temur Reclamation versus Ramen on Bread. Temur Marvel versus Green Black Delirium in a very old school matchup. This was like a matchup of actual standard back in late 2016, like two of the top decks. Golo's Field versus Moto Vehicles, a new versus old matchup. And then, of course, once we get into our top 8, which we'll do after we have the whole first round completed, we'll have up here from today Simic Food up against Winoda in the top 8, and we'll have Four Color Omnath against Luca Fires in the top 8 to see who can make it to the top 4. So that is the first part of the band bracket. I think it's going to be at least until next week till we do the next one. I think the plan with this bracket is going to be to get through it a little bit slowly. We're not going to do like 6 streams in a row or something to do this. So I will let you know ahead of time when the next stream is. It won't be this week, possibly next week. Got to talk to Crim, get our schedules lined up. But expect something like a week-ish, give or take, maybe 2 weeks at a maximum for us to hit up the next round. But I'm excited for it. Let us know if it's something you want to see more of. There's definitely potential here. Crim, thanks so much for doing it. It was definitely, I had a ton of fun doing it. Hopefully it was fun from your side as well.
Oh yeah, it was a blast. I mean, minus seeing the Nissas and stuff like that, it was a blast.
I didn't even bring in the Veil of Summers, Crim, and the Simic Food Blue White matchup. So just for you, as a thank you for doing it. So
thank you for sparing me.
All right, Crim. Well, have a wonderful night. Thanks for hanging out. Are you streaming later? If people want to check out your stream.
Yeah, I'll be on at 8 o'clock Pacific time. So I'll be doing some standard and whatnot.
So a few hours, twitch.tv Asian Avenger?
/ the Asian Avenger, yes.
The Asian Avenger. So if you're looking for more magic in a couple of hours, Crim will be playing. Anyway, Crim, I'm going to let you go. Wrap up the stream. Have a great night. Have a good stream.
Thanks for having me. Bye, everybody.
And on that note, everyone, that brings us to the end for tonight. So, I don't know. I had fun doing it. I know it's a little different with jumping back and forth, talking to Crib, talking to all of you. Less focused on just the stream chat than usual, but hopefully it was fun. I thought it was cool to see the decks. I know there were some punts along the way, but it was cool to see these old decks in action. We're working through the bracket, so I'll let you know when the next one's gonna be. But we will do some more of it in the future for sure. It won't be Thursday though. Thursday we're gonna be back to normal, playing, I don't know, modern maybe, standard, something like that. Get Richard on here. I will see. I know Richard at least is committed to playing Jund against the whatever deck wins the tournament at the end. Maybe I could talk him into doing more than that. We'll see. Richard's busy, so we'll see if we'd make it work. But on that note, everyone, quick reminders for tonight. Replay YouTube, the band bracket, part 1 will be up on the Replay YouTube if you want to see it. It'll hopefully be on the normal YouTube as well. Probably not until we finish the whole first round. As far as the main YouTube, I think my plan is to take the entire first round and edit it, condense it down into almost like a highlight type show of the first round, and then because that would be a lot to have all those matches on the main YouTube. So that's my plan with the main YouTube, but that'll be coming. Otherwise, normal YouTube, tons of stuff going up on there. One more reminder that our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom, and maybe you need to get some Magic cards. You can get them at cardkingdom.com. They got Zendikar Rising and tons of other stuff in stock. You can even get a free Scoop Soldier sticker. Just let them know you want one in your order notes. Most importantly, thank you to all of you for hanging out, doing this weirdness, trying something different. So we will be back not tomorrow. Tomorrow against odds on the YouTube channel. It is a fun one. But we'll be back Thursday, 6 Eastern, to have some more fun. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Seriously. Hey, what's up, Boros? Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. I definitely appreciate it. Have a great night. Have a great Wednesday. I'll see you on Thursday, and I will talk to you soon.